All right, guys, welcome to game 1 of 3 of today's triple header, week 3 of the college football season. Apologies about the intro. Played the wrong file by accident. But we are good to go now. Gamada with a 2. Appreciate you, man. Another sticker represent the field Mets. Yeah, not a good start. Not a good start for the Mets. Which game do you want? Come on, get you on the call for us. We are underway here down in Tuscaloosa, Wisconsin against Alabama. Wisconsin getting the ball to start. Wisconsin, the Whites. Alabama in the Reds. And here we go. 2-0 against 1-1. Appreciate you guys being here. Every donation counts toward you make the call. How many decide which game we are calling? Tulsa, Oklahoma State, or Iowa, Rutgers. Only 2 games on Friday, so we're going to decide between one of those games, and there's only 2 games to choose from. So keep that in mind. If you donate $5, it counts as 15, 10 counts as 30. Everything counts as triple. So appreciate you guys tuning in. It's Stephanie after that Grand Slam. Holy cow. Whew, what a way to end that one. What a way to end that one. Appreciate you, Mana, as always. And good for you cleaning out the beach. Good for you cleaning up that beach. All right, Wisconsin had the ball at the 25-yard line for the touchback. First down. Everyone bunched up inside. Trips on the inside. Takes the snap here. And it'll be a gain of about 9 to start on the first play. It's Grant Steck, the redshirt freshman tight end. You have no clue how the teams are. Okay. All right, so we'll do that. All right, so we'll flip a coin. All right, I will flip a coin. We will do that. Second one, ball at the 34-yard line. Well, spin the wheel. No, I'll do the coin flip. Appreciate you, man. 68% you riding with the tie. They're going to go quick to the line. Handoff here, and that'll be a first down at the 36-yard line. Dylan Jones, the redshirt freshman running back, up the middle for a gain of 2. Jones, 100 rushing yards this season, 109 to be exact, most on the team, averaging 4.5 yards per carry entering this game. My clock never started. Okay, we're off to a good start. Here we go. Michigan scored already? Jeez. Just started. Just started in that one. All right, let me just put everything in, then we'll be good to go. Appreciate you, man. First down the 36-yard line. Let's get everything situated. Play action here. Stepping up, going to try and run and slide down the 40-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play for the quarterback. Danny O'Neal, the sophomore. 4 touchdowns, 2 picks this year. Last time out against MTSU, 23 for 27, 3 touchdowns. Played very well. It's up to the action truck. But obviously, Bama, much different opponent than MTSU, especially on the road. Bama's defense looked very good last week against ULM. Shut him out. Obviously, the game against Florida State, not so much. The sweep play to the side, 2nd and 8, and we'll get a couple down to the 43-yard line. Called a gain of 3 for Tretch. He's up 3rd and 5. Wisconsin projected to score 13.5 based on the spread over. I think they go over. Yeah, I think they have a shot this game. I think they have a shot. Mets have never been more than 1 below 500. I think they finished 2 below. You know, at this point, it wouldn't shock me with how bad they played. 99% chance of winning. So saying there's a chance for their opponent. Yeah, Georgia only scored 28 last week. Yeah, it was a weird day. Weird day for Georgia. I thought they were going to score a bit more. 3rd and 4. Motion to the top of the screen. Goes stretch. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. O'Neal. Slam pass. Behind his man, but still caught at the 48-yard line. First down. Nick Coffey. Oh, no, I'm good. I'm good. A flag on the play. It's Brooks on the grab, but this one might be coming back. Pass interference on the offense. It's a pick play. So wipe off the gain of 8. Make it 3rd and 15. Let's see what else we had in the chat while I was gone. Grusco, Badgers game sometimes. I would assume at some point. He'll head out. You say should fire everybody? How do you get somebody in New Mexico? Yeah, I knew it was going to happen too. Not that they were going to stomp, but I did say I think New Mexico is going to win that game. I'm very, very not disappointed in UCLA, but just how bad they are. They should have fired Foster a long time ago. The 18.5 seems like a lot. It does seem like a lot, especially considering how their defense looked against FSU. But yes, we'll see. 3rd and 15. Trips to the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. O'Neal has to avoid the sack. Cannot. Brought down the 20-yard line by the legs. LT Overton. Make sure that drive is over. 4th and a mile. They'll be forced to punt. The dumbest intentional safety I've ever seen. Billy Napier back in 2020. Yeah, Dodgers lost. I did see that on the Grand Slam. Yes. No, at least Orlovsky wasn't trying to do that. In terms like, that wasn't intentional. That wasn't intentional safety. That wasn't an intentional safety. The dumbest one was Louisiana in 2020. I'll link that one. The punt here, field at the 30-yard line, taken on to the 37. Cole Adams on the return. And that's where Bama's going to start this drive with Ty Simpson at quarterback. Now, obviously, you played ULM last week. Not exactly the best opponent in the world, but it's hard to look better than what Simpson looked last week. He was 17 for 17 with 226 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Yeah, they took an intentional safety up 24-19 with 1:50 to go. The handoff here, bottled up at the line, nothing doing. That's the one. V. Cole Adams, yes. It's Kevin Riley. Last week, 11 carries for a very nice 69 yards. Right, they have no good interim options. They're in trouble. Well, UCLA, the only reason they got added was because you can't just have USC by themselves. You can't have USC just by themselves. So that's why they did it. Then Washington, Oregon, they came later. Think there was a jump. They're going to blow the play dead. False start, backing up 5 yards. Just sticking this at start. All good, Bears fan. All good. Yeah, it could have been 23-19. Yep. Yeah, that intentional safety. I mean, you don't take an intentional save with 2 minutes left in the game. Yeah, 5 with 2 minutes left in the third. Yep. That's the dumbest one of all time. That's the dumbest intentional safety of all time. Of course, it's the head coach of Florida right now. How many NFL games ever in 23-19? Probably a fair amount. I don't know what the scoregami chart says on that. Why they come to Big Ten in the first place? Because they knew that they knew the Pac-12 was dying, and they just wanted to poach the schools before it was too late. Adapt or die. Screen pass, that one's caught. Once again, it's Riley, but we get back to close to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 8. Touchdown, Kansas State, touchdown, Oklahoma. Yeah, I've got right now Oregon Northwestern on. I've got Clemson, Georgia Tech. I got Wisconsin, Bama. Chris Paul's dumber. Yeah, well, that was intentional safety, at least. Motion into the backfield, now goes Riley. Trips to the bottom of the screen. Right, well, the Orlovsky safety was not intentional. That was just dumb, but that wasn't intentional. Simpson. They send 4. Pressured. Nice footwork. Gonna take off and run. Gets a block from Riley down the field. Pushed out of bounds to the 44. Still shy of the first. Riley sees nothing over the penalty. Pushes him back, and they'll be forced to punt. UCLA doesn't win a game. I'm going to say fact. How's it go? Michael Franklin with you, my man. Why does Northwestern play at a high school stadium? Because their current stadium is undergoing renovations right now. So, they're going to have a pretty much a brand new stadium. It's like the Soldier Field renovations. It's going to pretty much have a brand new stadium in a little bit. So this is just a temporary venue of sorts. But Northwestern forced a punt. They're going for it. At least they're lining up to 4th and 2. They're lining up to go on their own side of the field. Here we go. Simpson. It's not a hard count. They're going. They send 4. Simpson fires. Incomplete over the middle of the field. Wants a flag. Not going to get it. Bernard not going to get the call for PI. It's a turnover on downs. They decide to go for it, and the decision does not pay off. And Simpson, after going 17 for 17 last week, misses that 4th down pass there. Looking for Bernard, who had 3 catches for 67 yards last week. Can't do that. No flag. 2 years of oil changes. He's doing a vehicle switch. Nice. Good for you, man. Good for you. Yeah, that should have been defensive holding, I think. I think that should have been defensive holding. They watched this game on stream, watching Clemson, Georgia Tech on 65-inch. Nice. I had Georgia Tech pulling off the upset of that one. I did have that. And right now they are driving. They are inside the 5. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. I should also know every donation counts as triple toward you make the call. Every donation gets your question right away, so just go the way I see them. I'm going to flip a coin. And, all right. So here's what we're going to do for the coin flip for Gutmana. It only counts as a single because it's a coin flip. Heads, Tulsa, Oklahoma State. Tails, Iowa, Rutgers. Forgot -2, or it's heads. It's heads. And Mecha Messiah with a 10. Appreciate you a ton. Oh, man. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. Let me get you on the call. Let's see Oklahoma State. Easy enough. Easy enough. Appreciate you, man. Being from Wisconsin, I love whenever I see you live during in-state sporting events. I appreciate you, man. Can't stick around, but have a good day. I appreciate you a ton, Mecha. I appreciate you a ton. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. Thank you for the tenner. Let's see some Oklahoma State. All right. Works for me. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, hopefully I can do some more. Like, I didn't do too many Wisconsin games last year, so we'll see. I'll see if they play well. We could definitely open the door to do more Wisconsin games this year. TV stay on this game until it starts to skip ahead. Makes sense. Definitely makes sense. I mean, I know like the Heidi option is probably going to be Clemson GT if it does get to that point, but we will see on that. I appreciate you a ton on that one. Thank you for the tenner. It means a lot to me. We do have the emojis in the chat too for Wisconsin, which is always nice. I do love. It's actually funny. My middle school actually had the logo of the Wolverine logo. Actually, do have the Wolverine logo. 4 and 2 is to go for it pretty much anywhere on the field. I don't know about anywhere on the field, but I get it. I get it. Found Dumbest in George next to screen pass 4 and down. That's not. I get it. I get it. Meanwhile, in terms of karaoke songs, $50. Failing went to OSU, so Silver Smart Silver. That makes sense then. That makes sense. 72 months in oil change alone. That's a lot of money. It adds up. That adds up. It's over $2,000 a year. That is awesome. So $50 for any song on the karaoke list. $25 for the song of the day. The song of the day. I'm going to spin the wheel to figure out what it is. Which song is it going to be? For $25, the song for this stream and this stream only is Dancing Queen by ABBA. Okay. Dancing Queen. All right. That's the song that's half off for this stream and this stream only. Dancing Queen by ABBA is the song that is half off. First down, second drive for Wisconsin, and it's immediately intercepted. Horrible throw, horrible decision there by O'Neal. And Bama's going to get it right back. Young and sweet. Yes, how's it going, Tim? Appreciate you, man. Well, no harm done. Bama went for it. Didn't work out, but the very next play, Danny O'Neal throws his third pick of the season. Was looking on the comeback route. I think that was Justin Jefferson who on the interception. Looking for Vinny Anthony. Or excuse me, that was not Jefferson. It was number 18, Bray Hubbard. 18, not 10. Bray Hubbard, the junior. Getting his first pick of the season. Bama's got the ball at the 39-yard line. First down handoff here. Gets 2 to the 41. We're spinning down squeak. Yep. Mendoza's Mendoza fired. Well, I think if they miss, Mendoza's fired. I think right now the Giants. I think right now I'm going Giants. Kicker on Corolla. Yep. The 45 Georgia. I actually don't know the 45 Georgia logo. Oh, God. Why does his mouth look like that? Why does his mouth look like... Why is it drooping? 2nd and 8. Stuffed at the line. Bama's done nothing today on the ground so far. Last game against ULM had 212 yards rushing, well over 6 yards a carry. Plus gets started mid-season. Fact. It's reached the point of return there. Really, an NFL level starting people such as America until it starts to get to your own 40. Yeah. How's it going, Dan from Martin Statement? Go Cats. You know, so far they're in it. They haven't allowed any points 6 minutes in, which I'm shocked by. Like, so far, it's not the worst. They're actually not in a terrible spot right now. 3rd and 9, trips to the top of the screen. 1 at the bottom. Simpson takes the snap. They're going to send 5. Simpson steps up in the face of pressure. What a throw. Down to the 36-yard line. Hit as he threw. Doesn't matter. Ryan Williams, the sophomore wideout, making the play. And again, this crowd going. There's no great interim yet, but sometimes you just have to do it. Because it gets, like, just too bad of a dumpster fire situation. hit as he threw on that one. Christian Allegro on the hit. But Williams still making the grab. They go right to Bernard, the man who was targeted on that 4th down earlier. They go quick to the line, gain a 6. Yeah, hot start for Syracuse. I mean, it was an FCS school. I'm not looking too much into it just yet. The UConn comeback was impressive, but at the end of the day, you're about what I think most people expected at 2-1. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, that's what I meant to do. Yes. Yep. I forgot to change it. Yep. The clock, I changed the clock. Just didn't change that. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. They're going to toss it out. And Riley will get down close to the sticks, right around the 20, call it 27. Johnster with a 10er. Oh my God, you guys are coming in hot today. You guys are coming in hot. Which game do you want? Get you on the call for it. Fact or fiction, WMA would fold in 10 years if not for Clark, Reek, or Beckers. Clark, Reek, or Beckers. I would say fiction. I think the thing with the WNBA, it could have folded a long time ago. Obviously, they've helped make it way more popular, but it would have folded a long time ago, I think. I think, obviously, those two have made a phenomenal impact, or those three have made a phenomenal impact on the league, but they would have folded a long time ago. Simpson on the rollout. Williams once again on the 3rd down grab, and he gets it in the flat, the 25-yard line. Yeah, I would say fiction on that one. I would definitely say fiction. Would it be as popular? No, but they would have folded a long time ago. Because the game is still growing in popularity. Even without them, the game would still be growing. Not to the extent, but Tulsa game, okay. 62 on Tulsa right now. There's never been an ACC Big Ten natty. Never. Could this be the year? If I had nickel for every wildcard race between the Mets and Giants, settled in September, the Mets lost 5+ at 1 point. The Giants won 9 in that 10. 2 nickels. Out route caught, first down to the 12-yard line as Bama's in the red zone. Catch there by Brooks. Had 4 for 58 last game. Gain of 13. Yeah, I don't think they would have folded. I don't think they would have folded. First time today in the red zone, trying to take advantage of the interception here. Handoff up the middle. They've done nothing on the ground today. There's nowhere to go. No blocking. Kevin Riley gets maybe a yard. Yeah, wrap up by Labor Day. I'm with you there. I am 100% with you there. At the very least, it overlaps a bit too close with NBA season, which I'm not crazy about. No one wants Iowa Rutgers right now. No one wants Iowa Rutgers right now. In terms of the bonuses, as things stand, there would also be a $50 bonus because of the 2020 10-5 rule. QB draw to the 5 and down to the 4. Brings up 3rd and 1. Nice strike here by Simpson, doing it with his legs and doing it with his arm. Obviously, some big 3rd down conversions. Mentioned the video of my 10 o'clock game. I will at some point. Yeah, I will at some point. Mentioned this overhyped roster in baseball. I don't think they're overhyped anymore. I don't think they're overhyped anymore. I'm sure it's a 55 on that. I mean, no Big 12, right? Big 12, I'm not surprised by. There's 55 bonus points to go around, and all 55 right now in the Tulsa game. Man in motion here. Goes Horton. Just right up the middle to the 3-yard line. Decision time here. I don't think it's so much of a decision. I think they're going to go for it. Obviously, this has been a long drive here. Lane on the stop. Yeah, I get it. I mean, the timing, yeah, it kind of sucks. But at least it's 2 West Coast teams. I do get it. We'll be on the cover of both those games on Monday. It's going to be a busy, busy weekend in terms of streaming. 4th and 1. They will keep the offense out there. Last time they went for it, didn't get it. This time need a yard, but their running game has not been great today. Simpson under center. They're going to give it on the jet sweep. Going to the side, looking for some room. Diving toward the pylon, he's in. Bernard couldn't get the last 4th down. gets this one. And Bernard finds the end zone. Bama in front as Mecha Messiah joining the Gerards here. Appreciate you a ton. Thank you so much. As a member, you get a lot of cool perks for the end of the video. Members only Q&A streams. And you get to use emojis in the chat. Appreciate you a ton. Also gets you on that game. Let's just double check. I think he's in. Yeah, worthy downgrade out for that game. Appreciate you a ton. And yeah, he definitely got the first. He's definitely a... Yeah, 6 hours of football Monday. Let's enjoy it. Amen to that. Appreciate you, man. They should say if the 6 games on the other, they shouldn't start their games so late all the time. I mean, if they're starting the game at 7 o'clock at night, I can't really blame them. Extra point here. What a drive there by the Crimson Tide. A few third down conversions. 4th down, jet sweep. Extra point is good. And it's 7-0. Bernard finds the end zone. Yeah, I think Eagles win. Yep, I have the Eagles winning that one. Is the story behind the Caillou emote? People have donated money for me to watch Caillou on stream. So that's what it comes down to. Which is, we haven't done that in a while. We have not done that in a while, oddly enough. Can't watch the second Monday night game because I have to wake up at 4 in the morning to go to salt mines? Oh, man. No, you don't. We also have Lil Bear, who is probably, yes, Lil Bear is also worse. They're around 4 p.m. or 7 p.m. Eastern game for Pacific team. No, there's something under the lights. Like Oregon ASU under the lights was just incredible. My older kids watch Caillou, but my youngest hasn't. Yeah. He is quite the character. Mahomes won't start 0-2? Oh, I don't know. Eagles are the better team. Eagles just are the better team. I know my rule of thumb is don't bet against Mahomes, but make an exception for an Eagles game. Because of how the last one won. Yeah, if you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. This helps out a ton on the channel again. $25 by any one person in one go. You get Dancing Queen. How's it going, CJ? Appreciate you tuning in. You have the team over on ABC. All 3 games today that we are calling, oddly enough. Don't know how it worked out that way, but all 3 games we're calling on ABC. Best week 2 Survivor picks. Oh yeah, I'm not even playing Survivor this year. I didn't even get my picks in time for Survivor. So, best week 2 Survivor pick. I would probably go the Rams. I'll go the Rams. Do I save all the games to make videos on? I do not. No. I do not. I'm routinely deleting files from my computer. I do not save all the games. Probably would make it a lot easier. Yeah, your data order, that would make sense then, yeah. I do not save all the games. But I also have NFL Plus, so like I can, if I ever need to get a game, I can just re-get it. So the TV team to Atlanta, say Georgia Tech will watch Wisconsin Bama on stream. Nice. So our picks always cooked on week 1. I would have been okay this year, my first pick. I would have been okay. There was nothing that was too shocking. My pick would have been the Broncos week 1. Do I pick 'ems? Yes, I do. I do the ESPN pick 'ems. Right now, I'm pretty good spot on the college one and the pro one. So, yeah, if I did it, I would have Broncos week 1. I'll go Rams week 2. Just right now, just bet against the Titans. Just play it safe. Because I'm not sure how many free wins the Rams are going to have this year in terms of the division, the opponents they play, because that division's kind of tough. So I would say Survivor, probably the Rams are a pretty popular pick right now. Yeah, I'm better since the Saints ref video. Yeah, still no update. He's still reffing. Usually I finish with 0-12 fact. I don't see how they win another game as long as Foster's there. Biggest currently unranked sleeper for each conference. Ooh. The kickoff here. End zone touchback, ball to 25. We got some against Titans. Yeah. Last drive, 1 play interception. AJ Brown props up against the Chiefs. True or false? True. I'm going true. Touchdown, Oregon. All right, so biggest unranked sleeper. So in the ACC, I mean, I like Louisville a lot. I like Miller Moss. I like Louisville. Big 12. Biggest sleeper. Let's say. A lot of people counted BYU out after the whole quarterback situation, but they're right in. Big 10. I'm not sure there's an unranked sleeper in the Big 10. I guess maybe USC. I'm not sure there's really an unranked sleeper there. In the SEC, I mean, everyone's ranked in that conference, basically. So I'll just go Arkansas. I'll go Arkansas. We'll see if Vanderbilt tonight. If Vanderbilt beats Scar tonight, they're ranked. If Vandy beats Scar, they're ranked. Frustrating bad. Coach is just a program with no money. All the money goes to the basketball programs. Yeah, but his in-game management skills, I've criticized him so many times. How's it going, Ben? Appreciate you tuning in. Got a big Tennessee game tonight. We're going to be on the call for that one. Big Tennessee game. Chiefs have put a lot of points on the Eagles' defense. I just don't know if they can run the ball. The Chiefs can't run the ball as it is. And now you put Jalen Carter back in the mix for the Eagles. It's going to be tough. 11-0 Oklahoma. It's a weird scoreline to start, but. Oh, we got breaking news. We got breaking news. We have breaking news, folks. We have a trade. The New England Patriots are trading wide receiver Jalen Polk to the Saints. I'm just as confused as you are. One of the trades of all time. Jalen Polk, former second-round pick, ends his Patriot career with 93 receiving yards. Polk is out for 2025 with a shoulder injury. So I don't get this. I don't get this move. The return we don't know yet. Conditional 7th rounder in 2050. I don't know what the return is yet. Come from Tranmere's 1-1 draw Newport. Pump for tonight. Gotta go home and over for nice. Why I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. Yeah, how about the Fulham game today? Fulham with a last second own goal. That was insane. I don't know what the Saints are doing. Polk kind of sucks. Here, repeat cut out. The Saints are the Patriots are trading. Oh my god. Okay, here are the details. This is a real trade. This is legit. This is a real trade. It's for nothing. The Patriots give up Polk and a 2028 7th round pick for a 2027 6th. That's a real trade. Side picks, Vikings, Bucks, Chargers. And then the late picks, Colts, Cardinals, Chiefs. I don't hate it. Yeah, the Pats took McConkey instead of Polk. Oh, how things would be different. 2nd and 10, half of the middle, nothing doing. Yeah, 2028 7th round pick. And Polk to the Saints. And the Patriots will get a 2027 6th round pick. That is nothing. Oh my goodness. That is literally, they train for a bag of beans. 2nd and 10, read option, and we'll get 3 to the 28-yard line. That would have had gone time to run his routes before May got sacked. Yeah, but at the very least, he wouldn't have dropped any passes thrown his way. You might twisted paperclip and a blade of grass for your Dirk deal. They go quick to the line, and Wisconsin's defense has been on the field for a long time today after that last drive. Don't want to go 3 and out here. O'Neal. Pump fake. Wheel route. Caught. Nice throw by O'Neal to the 40-yard line. Catch made by Darian Dupree, the sophomore back. Yeah, anything from the trade is a miracle? Yeah. They were ready to move on from him. One of the worst draft picks in Patriots history. I think it's fair to say, when you draft a guy in the top 40 who gets 93 receiving yards. Oh, man. First down. Play action, O'Neal. Checks it down behind the line. It's caught by his back once again. Dupree, this time only gain of 1. Yeah, I didn't think they have a bigger bust than N'Keal Harry, then Polk said, hold my beer. What a horrible trade. They don't have to call a play. We'll see if they do. You have a 6 for an injured receiver that can't catch. Yeah, but they got a 7th. To be fair, the Saints, yes. No, that was not a fake off. That was not fake. They gave up a 6, but they got a 7. So it's really, they traded down like 30 spots. You don't trust the teams to ref one? I don't blame you. They traded down 30 spots. I mean, I said at the time that Polk was like the 3rd best receiver on Washington. I don't know why it was the first one taken. I always said that pick was crap. I'm glad to know that. But that is a legit trade. Basically trading nothing. Oh man. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. It helps us out on the channel. Take Calvin Ridley's contract. Said, yeah, at least he has his moments. At least he has his moments. It's the Falcons Road Train 99. Yep. Oh, he was not the person. Yeah, I meant over not obviously I didn't say it was first. I meant I would have taken him over or McMillan. I meant McMillan was way better. Should Bellum be ranked? I don't hate the idea of Bellum being ranked. I don't hate it. Belichick says franchise back with picks. Yeah, but that wasn't a Belichick pick. That was not a Belichick pick. He was not there. He was not there at that point. Belichick, this was last year's draft pick, so Belichick was not there. Let's say love it to the Patriots. Nope. Nope. I think no chance Wisconsin wins when they cover at this rate. I mean, they're stopping the run. I mean, to be fair to Wisconsin, they are stopping the run. Bama has nowhere to go on the ground, so I think there is a shot. Right, Wolf can't drive receivers either, no. Commanders, I think they're in trouble. I think Green Bay is also that good. I think Commanders are in some trouble. I think their defense looks old. And offensive line I'm concerned about. And obviously without Eckler, it's a problem. Yeah, if Bama loses, they're out of the top 25. They lose, you can't have a 1-2 team in the top 25. If they lose this game, you can't rank them. I'm fine with them being ranked for now, though. I'm fine with them being ranked. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys tuning. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe again. $25 for Dancing Queen at Karaoke. $50 for any song on the karaoke list. They also added the chain by Fleetwood Mac. I should note they added the chain. So I put that on the wheel. Yeah, they still make the playoffs. Yeah, the MC is not the strongest. Kyle wants some potential, but has to give him reps. Yep. More potential than Polk, at least. More potential than Polk. At least Wolf could try for other positions. Hope Nix bounces back from his performance. Yeah, I think that was just a fluke. I'm not too worried about Nix. Not too worried about Nix just yet. Drop Eckler for Hunt. That's probably a smart move. It's a smart move. It'd be funny if Bama lost by Sterling will complain Wisconsin loses. Can't lose either way. 65% of you. Ryan with Bama to win this one. As Clemson misses a field goal wide right, so it's 3-0 Wake Forest still in that one. O'Neal sacked at the 36-yard line on the first play of the quarter. Brought down by Rousseau. on the sack. And we have an injured player for Wisconsin, Jake Renfro, their center. He is down. So 3rd and long, and now you got to do it without your starting center. Was looking for the first read and never got open, and we saw an easy sack there. His first of the season. Bama's not done a good job getting pressure this season. Only 1 sack entering this game. Only 1 sack entering this one, but it's a big one there to make it 3rd and long. You know, Renfro is walking off on his own power, which is good to see, but he is walking a bit gingerly, so we'll see how that develops. But he is walking off on his own power. Not very fast, though. Packers for the NFC, I think they could. Yeah, I mean, if Jordan Love doesn't make mistakes, their front is so good. And how about Nixon? Nixon had a phenomenal game. I mean, if he takes a step and plays like that, yeah. Do I want to watch the game tomorrow? I'm watching Red Zone anyway. Probably better for your health on that one, with how bad the Patriots looked the other day. I'm excited for our game. I'm terrified for our game, but I'm excited. It's like, oh, we might, like if we do win, I can have hope. If we win, I don't know what I'll do. They sent 4. O'Neal sacked up the middle. No Renfro. They take advantage of it. Bama had 1 sack the first 2 weeks. They get back-to-back sacks here as it's London Simmons, the true freshman. His first collegiate sack. Taking O'Neal down. London Bridge takes O'Neal down. It's 4th and 23. They'll be forced to punt. Not a great punt. Takes a good bounce. Going to field on 2 hops to the 40 and brought down the 45-yard line. Not a great punt there. Bama going to start near midfield. Pat Selvin's borderline tank. Ball too early for that. There's a flag on the play, so hang on a second. Clemson still good? I don't think so. I don't think so. I had Georgia Tech winning this one. It's holding on Bama, so back it up. So it won't be as good starting field position here. Last drive for Alabama, marched down the field, got 2 third down conversions, got a 4th down conversion on the jet sweep to Bernard. Yeah, Georgia Tech. I had Georgia Tech winning that one. This shouldn't be too much of an upset. It should not be. If Georgia Tech wins, it should not be too much of an upset. Georgia Tech probably should be ranked. They're at home. Clemson does not look sharp at all. Just something I test in anything, really. Right, that game was winnable. Yep. Well, the 35-yard line. Play action. Simpson, middle of the field, caught by his tight end down to the 43-yard line. Josh Cuevas on the grab. 2 catchers for 14 yards last week. And a touchdown against ULM. Gets his first grab of the day. 2nd and 2. Yeah, run blocking, very different story. 2 at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. In the gun here is Simpson. 6 for 7 today. Missed that 4th down pass, but play action. Simpson, pressured, has to escape the sack, cannot. And now it's 3rd and long. Christian Alegrio. Loss of 14. You know, flushed out to his weak side. Got to know in that spot. You have a back with you. You have a back with you. You could just chuck it at his feet and no flag. You had Richard Young. He was your running back. Just chuck it at his feet. No grounding instead. Bit too slow to process. And 3rd and very long. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Simpson. Quick pass. Comeback route. Caught at the 40 and brought down the 42. So it's going to be a 3 and out unless they go for it here on 4th and 3. Shift to cut Juwan Taylor. Just a penalty magnet. I'm not even sure they can because of the cap space. Roughing the passer. Oh, man. Hang on a second. It's not going to be a 3 and out. They got to Simpson. A back-breaking penalty there for Wisconsin. We're going to be off the field. They were just checking it down, and that's an easy call, too. Oh, that was like 5 steps. There was no need for that. That's an easy call. I don't know what he was thinking on that one. I don't know what Riker was thinking there. The ball was well out of his hands, and obviously not even close to the sticks. Just checking it down quickly. At least we lose some Arctic Souls effect from my hope side earlier this year in Citadel area. That's a dumb penalty. A dumb penalty, and Bama will get new life in plus territory at the 44-yard line. Motioning to the bottom of the screen goes Brooks. Play action here. Simpson. Caught. What a play, Bernard. Twice as nice for Bernard. He scores a touchdown. Immediately after the roughing the passer, they make Wisconsin pay. And Bernard had a rushing touchdown on the last drive. We'll get a receiving touchdown here. And Simpson has been red hot as of late. Simpson is now 25 of his last 26 dating back to last week. With 4 touchdown passes, gets his first of this game. And instead of a 3 and out, a dumb roughing the passer penalty extends the drive, and Bama makes him pay immediately. Oh, yeah, second quarter. Yep. There we go. I forgot to change it. Extra point is good. 14-0. Back-to-back touchdown drives for the Crimson Tide. And how about the play of Bernard? The senior wideout. Someone tells me we might be hearing his name on Sundays. Some public collective board saving the job and Bama saving the season. Could potentially. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. Spun a wheel with every Big Ten team in the one Atlanta, in the Big Ten, and was Michigan State. Ooh. And we'll see. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. At least scribbles up on the Fox. That is true. CBS Sports Center play Thursday commercial for Commanders Packers. Ooh. Yeah, I think that game already happened. Priest rankings for college, agree or disagree? They're kind of pointless. They are kind of pointless. Because you don't know. But I get it. Helps drive ratings, helps let people know, casual fans know who they could expect to be good and whatnot. Right, don't be yourself, you're an underdog. Yep. Not close to the same talent level. It's not pretty right now. I mean, Wisconsin didn't help in terms of the penalty. Offensive line, obviously Wisconsin's been manhandled there, but O'Neal has not been that impressive this season, let alone this game. They're not going to get any separation down the field. But, Georgia Tech going to be asleep in the AC? I think so, yeah. Well, they're going to get ranked after this game. Played Buffalo, Kansas State. Yeah, the AC is going to be wide open this year. Rumors between Clemson and Georgia Tech at least gets to the AC championship. I don't know. Because you got Miami, you got Louisville. I mean, it's not a guarantee. But Georgia Tech is a good team. They were a fun team to watch. King is just a very efficient quarterback. I do like King a lot. 14-0 the score. Again, we're going to be live later today for Georgia, Tennessee. Also going to be live later today for the game between LSU and Florida. It's a triple header here on the channel. It's on ABC as well. Yeah, Florida State as well. Yeah, Florida State. Obviously, that's another option too for the ACC. How good they've looked the first 2 weeks. I mean, you've got a lot of options in the ACC. Use the most well I can until the game gets tidied. We're not there yet, but we will see what happens. Yeah, Dolphins Bills on Thursday. Yep. Yeah, the fact that Oregon's only up 7-0, I'm kind of surprised by. 100 Jack Wizard Jazz game. I mean, 100 Jack's 100 Jack. Napier, no ways for rest of the year. I'm inclined to agree. I think things could get very ugly very quickly with Napier. If you win this game, different story, but it's going to be tough. He's getting from the show of his arm off. Yep. He's doing it. All right, kickoff here. 12:05 to go in the first half. In the end zone for a touchback. UCLA is awful. They are the worst team in the Power 4. They are easily the worst team in the Power 4. Like, there is no close second. If Florida could win any game, I'd be happy. Second to the center of the game, I thought it would be 7-0 mid-second quarter game. Yep, so far you're running there. That random loss. Yep, there's always one. Yeah, spitting can be like this, but yeah. You would think, especially after the Jalen Carter thing 2 days before. Yeah, Napier, I don't trust the way he manages the team. Well, the eating issue, that was Mullen. That wasn't Napier. Him up the middle, nothing doing. Bottled up at the line, thrown down immediately by Justin Jefferson. You say worse for Purdue? Yes. A Vols fan, F. Nico. I with you there. I'm not even a Vols fan. And what Nico did was disgraceful. And I'm glad Tennessee stood up for basically I'm glad that Tennessee did not cave in. Glad they did not cave in. And watching him struggle is so funny. Some of these teams are actually playing the first real game hard to make anything over being overmatched opponents. Yeah. 2nd and 9. O'Neal scrambling, stepping up, going to take off and run. Lowers the shoulder, dives ahead to the 30-yard line. Gain of 4 on that one, taken down on the play by Hill Green. 3rd and 5. UCF spin one on football. If they want to get a new coach, they're going to have to. Tennessee going to lose bad to Georgia this week. I like Tennessee this week. I like Tennessee. I'm not crazy about Stockton. Yeah, Bama's starting to play better since week 1. Tough to make too much of this because, again, ULM and Wisconsin are 2 teams you should beat. 3rd and 5. Scrambling out. Going to be a reverse screen. Nice job to flip the field, and here he goes to the 40. Has a convoy to the 45. Great play design there to the 49-yard line. So Lance Mason, the senior tight end. They call a screen pass, flushed everyone to the near side, throws it to the far side. There's no one on that side of the field. Gain of 19. Sweeney on the hot seat? No. No. They made the playoff last year, and he's won a few natties. He's not on the hot seat. Getting out in front, trying to lead the way, was Riley Mallman, the right tackle. The tight end screen goes for 19. Longest play of the day for the Badgers. They'll go quick to the line. Toss play here gets 1 to the 50. To Dylan Jones. NAL Runico. He was not good before NAL. How long till Force gets fired? Oh, it's coming at some point. It's coming. Yeah, Nico wants to chase the bag, which is so stupid because if he didn't chase the bag, he probably gets an NFL contract. But no one's going to sign him now in the NFL. Clemson will go 5 and 7. He'd be on the hot seat, but he wouldn't be fired. Right, the trade, yep, the Polk trade. Just insanity. If there's a flag on this play, got to sort this out. It's a gain of 1 as things stand. The Tennessee is not missing the slice. I like the way Aguilar's playing. I think it's an illegal substitution on Bama, so 12 men on the field. So they'll redo the play. 1st and 5 at the 46-yard line. First time today, Wisconsin has been in Alabama territory on their own accord. Now, they did start a drive in Bama territory after a 4th down stop. It's the first time they've driven into Bama territory. Nico future check, where's backup? Absolutely not. He will not get an NFL deal. He will not, even get a preseason look. So much of a head case. Hot seat rating 10. For Foster, absolutely 10. Yeah, adapt or die on that one. Trips the bottom of the screen. O'Neal scrambled out. Fires in the flat. It's caught behind the line, and we'll get down to the 42-yard line. Jones, gain of 3, brings him 2nd and 2. Yep, Saban didn't want to deal with that mess. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. You have to recruit year-round now. Basically, you have to recruit the guys that are currently on your team, which is really hard to do. So you not only have to recruit guys coming out of college or coming out of high school, but you have to recruit the guys that are currently on your team. I get why you don't want to have to do that. Was Oklahoma going for 2? I don't know, but it seems to be working. 2 at the top of the screen. They give to the side on the sweep, and we'll get a yard. 3rd and 1. It's Cade's first give of the day. It's definitely 4 down territory. Well, that's actually a very good spot. That's a very good spot. I don't know about that. That's a first down. Wow. Changes like I made my mistake, learn, and works as a backup. He has some raw talent. No, he burned too many bridges. There's some things he can't come back from, and that's one of them. That is an interesting spot. I thought it was short by a yard, but apparently not. First down. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. 2 in the backfield here. Motioning is the wide out. On the jet sweep, we'll get a gain of about 4. Stretch to the 37-yard line. But flag on the play. Yeah, UCLA Northwestern. How much to do that game? Yeah. I know, it was not easy to play for Saban. But if he loved you, he loved you. Personal foul. Hands to the face on the offense. $6 so far tonight? Nice. So back it up. Illegal use of hands. And we'll get Joe Brunner on that one, the left guard. Wisconsin shooting themselves in the foot with penalties today. The roughing the passer extended a drive for Bama. Wisconsin finally in some rhythm today, and you back it up. 15 yards on a hands to the face. 1st and 25, the last thing you can afford to do. In this spot. 1st and 25. 8 minutes to go in the half. You know, Saban was a good guy. They send 4. O'Neal. Clean pocket. Now going to take off and run. He'll get a couple. Pushed out of bounds to the 48-yard line. It's James Smith. Hits him out of bounds. Gain of 4. By playing at Temple. It might be one of those 2-for-1 deals. It might be one of those, you come to our place and play 2. We'll come and play 1. Because I know Oklahoma played Temple last year. We did that game. That game was awful. Some of the penalties going to be hiding at this rate. Yeah, we'll see. It's also about pacing. Remember, it's also about the timing. So if there are better games, but the problem is that the timing doesn't work out. You got no interest in the portal, which is awesome. I'm so happy it backfired. 2nd and 21. They're going to call wide receiver reverse here. It's Tyrell Henry. And that does not get the yards I think they were thinking it was going to get. Gain of 3 on that one. That's it. Hubbard on the stop. They're back in plus territory, but they got 3rd and 18. Yeah, Grossi Slaughter Carey would be full if he was during this game, and then some. Yeah, it would not be good. Would not be good. And while Renfro is working out on the sideline, they're going to see if he can go back in the game. Maybe on the next drive, which would be good to see for Wisconsin. We're going to play as hard as tough because they can just hit the portal. Yeah. The dynamic has shifted completely. 3rd down. 1 of the top 3 at the bottom. They're going to just hand it off up the middle. And they'll get a couple down to the 43. We'll call it a gain of 6. Not going to try throwing on an obvious 3rd and long spot. And they will punt the ball away here at the 43-yard line. Play the field position game. Yeah, but that penalty. One penalty just messes you up. It's crazy. 1st and 25, and they don't throw the ball a single time after that. You don't throw the ball a single time. 3 straight runs. Shows how much they trust O'Neal right now and trust that offensive line. They're going to just try to pin Bama deep. And it works out. Down to the 2-yard line. Great punt. Phenomenal punt, actually. Can't do it a whole lot better than that. 41-yard punt, no return on the play. Ballard gets down there, catches that on the fly, and Bama's starting inside the 5. McDonald's somewhere local for food. I'll go somewhere local. I'm not a McDonald's guy. I'll go somewhere local. You symbiotic relationship? Yep. Yeah, but that's... So the symbiotic relationship thing, that's for when a smaller school comes to you. It's not really for, like Oklahoma traveling to Temple. Yeah, Georgia Tech is driving just outside the red zone. Yeah, that was a great punt. Yeah, NFL, you don't have to recruit the guys currently on your team, which is nice. College, you're constantly recruiting. You're basically babysitting 18 to 22-year-olds, which is not easy. Not easy. You have to worry about too many other stuff, too, in terms of academics and whatnot. Just so much more to juggle. You appreciate all you guys tuning in. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. McDonald's Coke tastes... the hotcakes are great. The hotcakes are incredible. The hotcakes are to die for. So, I will say that. Yes, it was part of the deal. It had to have been. Had to have been part of the deal. I mean, sometimes you look like it's 2-for-1s, like USF against Florida is one of those 2-for-1s. Well, it starts at 8:30 here. What time would I say order food? 7:15. 7:15 on that. Depends on the place. Because it's going to be busy. Yeah, it's going to be a Saturday night, so it's going to be busy. Good high school probably east of the 3. Oh, yeah. Well, high school, you're not recruiting in high school. It's the guys that you have. So there's no extra legwork with that. Also, you have an off season because you're not coaching in the spring or the winter time. Because technically, you could do like lifting programs, but a lot of the high schoolers will play winter and spring sports. They don't have them. 14-0 the score. Bama ball at the 2-yard line after a great punt. Their worst starting field position of the day. Again, every donation counts as triple toward you make the call. You're going to help me decide which game we were calling on Friday night. There's only 2 options. Tulsa, Oklahoma State, or Iowa, Rutgers. Right, it's different based on that. Like Catholic schools, it's a different story. Catholic schools, it's a different story. Catholic schools, it's different. But like a public school, where like you get what you get. Yeah, the clock's going to be a bit off. The clock is not like entirely accurate. That's fine. 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Hand up the middle to the 5. They'll get some breathing room and then some. Riley to the 10 and gets a first down out of bounds to the 12-yard line. One play, and they're out of their own end zone now. Kevin Riley, one of his best runs of the day, and nice stiff arm to get some extra yards, working on Austin Brown, the senior. Yeah, sometimes it's possible. For the most part, you're going to be demolished. Trips to the top of the screen. Now man in motion. They fake the jet sweep. Toss out to Riley. Riley will lower the shoulder, but will get a yard on the play down to the 14-yard line. The Oklahoma, yeah, we would have hiding that one. So the timing right now, it's going to be interesting in terms of timing, in terms of the closest of the other games. With the clock. Because that is another factor there. I see like Ohio State putting up 70 on FCS school. Yeah, but like once you get like into conference play and get to like the better games. 2nd and 9. Slam pass caught. Isaiah Horton. Makes it 3rd and 2. Gain of 6 on that one. And Simpson's only missed on 1 pass in his last 3 halves of football. He's looked money as of late. 5-second chose to go SC Network feed. South Alabama, Auburn. Nice. Not a bad pick. Not a bad pick. 3rd and 2. Trips the bottom of the screen back to his right. Simpson takes a snap. They send 4. First screen out there. Now checks it down middle of the field. That ball's caught. Bernard once again. Bernard bouncing outside down the 26-yard line. Gain of 6. And a first down. Good job leaving everyone just to make a little bit more money. But there was a flag on the play. A little bit more? I don't know if I do that. I mean, at the end of the day, money... The flag's on Wisconsin. It's going to be holding on Wisconsin, so... First down either way. I mean, if you have a good thing going... I wouldn't mess it up. Like, I'm in that mindset. If you have a good thing going now, the difference needs to be a lot. For a little bit more, no. Too risky for me. Too risky. Money can only do so much. So ball at the 30 after the defensive holding. They do accept the penalty. Would have been a first down either way, but might as well move it up 10 yards versus 6. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom in the pistol here. Play action. Simpson. Clean pocket. Open. What a throw. What a grab. Ryan Williams, his second of the day. Down to the 48. Discuss with drop call, triple cover. Yeah, that sucks. If everything else was the same, 65K versus 75. Because first off, the amount of money on gas, obviously it's not gonna be $10,000 a year, but you're gonna have to. It's not 75K. If you're doing an hour commute each way, that's also a lot of gas money. Wow, that's not good for Clemson. Simpson, pressure, gonna take off and run, and he'll get a couple. Then actually reverses course, so it gets back to the line of scrimmage, so no gain on that one, actually. We'll go to the 2-minute timeout. Bama all their timeouts to try to start their own 2-yard line, now in plus territory. Trying to score a touchdown for the 3rd straight drive. Yeah, I mean, $10,000, obviously, $10K is a lot of money. It's not like... But it's not worth that, I would say. If everything else was the same. Because it's not really 10K. Because the amount of money you're spending to gas, it's really going to be more like 8K or something like that. An hour commute each way, that's 10 hours. That's 10 hours a week that you're now giving up to make this extra money. 10 hours each week. 40 hours a year. 40 hours a month, I mean. 400... Over 400 hours. 400 hours in a year. So you're giving up about 10 days of your life to make an extra like 8,000. And just the fatigue and the tiredness you get from an hour-long commute like every day. I don't know if it's worth it. Is there a game worth staying up for after Vols, Georgia? Yes, I do like LSU, Florida, and Texas A&M Notre Dame are very good games. Texas A&M Notre Dame could be a very good game. LSU, Florida, that rivalry is always intense. That rivalry is always fun. Yeah, I like my scorebug. I do like my scorebug. Had to commute over an hour each way, DC and back. Was during COVID, work with COVID-19 testing company. Tuesday, Wednesdays were weekends. Oh, wow. That is an odd schedule, but... I know, like what I love about this job, what I love about what I get to do. There's a lot of things I love, obviously. I love about 99% of what I do. 99.9% of what I do. I mean, I think, like, the 1% is like, it's like, sometimes my voice, like, I have to continue because my voice is shot, but I have to continue because I have to. Or, like, stay up till, like, 6 in the morning at times. But, because, like, I just need to get this out. And then the copyright stuff. But, like, it's, like, 99% of the job I love. And one of the things I love about this job is that you guys have blessed me with. One of the things I love is that I can just wake up and don't have to commute. LSU works out at 12:30. Yeah, that's a pretty late one. That's a pretty late one. I mean, if it's between that and watching NFL tomorrow, the Vikings-Falcons might not be the best game tomorrow for Sunday Night Football. So I would say if you have to choose between Vikings-Falcons tomorrow and LSU-Florida tonight, I would say LSU-Florida. We're from 4 to 12:30. Didn't have much rush hour. Well, that's, yeah. If you don't have rush hour, okay, we'll say. It's a lot different if you don't have rush hour. If the road is empty, and it's like you can drive back and like just enjoy the open road, that's a little bit different. That changes a lot, actually. I might consider that. But if it's rush hour, no. You're Everton Women tomorrow afternoon? Who are they playing tomorrow? And if that's someone Tony Romo, I don't know, because then Ben Johnson just decided to lose his mind. So I'm not sure. You work from home is awesome? Yep. I'm going to figure who we're going to rate. 2nd and 10. Simpson, middle of the field, caught. He has been on the money today. First down at the 30, gain of 18. And it's Brooks. You give Simpson a clean pocket, good things will happen. He has been so accurate. Drive that started their own 2-yard line. The Beltway 3 to 4 was brutal, yeah. Not a lot of traffic in the middle of the night. Well, that's good at least, yeah. Play action here. Simpson, sideline, caught at the 14. Riley once again. Simpson can't miss right now. Simpson just cannot miss. One minute to go. They got all their timeouts. Simpson play action. End zone. Touchdown. Isaiah Horton. Horton hears a touchdown chant. 20-0. Yeah, Simpson might be... Yeah. I told you it's Simpson. I told you. I was like, just if you give him a clean pocket. I was like, if you give Simpson a clean pocket, a 98-yard drive. What a drive for Bama, their best of the season. And how about Simpson? 17 for 17 last week. And he has been on the money today. 13 for 14. Last one not go through, Nick. Last one did not go through. Extra point is good. 21-0. Simpson is now 30 for his last 31 with 5 touchdowns. You think we'll see maybe in Fuego? It might be. Don't Mike Mason come back to an empty apartment? Yep. Put pressure on Smith starts to Nico? Yep. But with no pressure, this guy's nuts. With no pressure, this guy is absolutely nuts. If they cover, they might actually be in the top 10. Yeah, maybe FSU's just that good this year. Oh, yeah. No, Dabo doesn't have that on his mind. Dabo doesn't have that on his mind. Beer throw me? Yeah, I would file a complaint. For sure, say it today. Yeah, the way he left Cincy was like, oof. I'm going to assume he's got a perfect pass rate over his last 2 games combined. Yeah. Simpson has been magnificent today. Clemson, yeah, I'm not sure Clemson's that good. I think we might have overestimated Klubnik. With DJU was the problem. Can you imagine if it was... I'm still not sold on Castellanos. I'm still not sold on him just yet, but... Because again, when they beat FSU, it's not like Cascales did a whole lot. When they beat Alabama, it's not like he did a whole lot with his arm. I still don't know just yet. Will ever be good again? Probably not under Fickle. Yeah, Tommy. I mean, a handkerchief is better than DJU. To be fair, no, sorry. Projected number 1, then big drop afterwards. Well, I don't know about Sellers and Lagway. I don't know. His games are 3:30 for me. Yeah, it's a good time. That's a good time. Yeah, I'm not sure I want to. Okay, who do I want to rate at the half? Sweetest move, though, generational quarterback. I appreciate all you guys being here. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. Really helps out on the channel. It's not the States, because what? Yeah. At least they're torn. At least they're torn. I think we're going to rate this guy. Just hope for the best. Kickoff here, end zone touchback. 45 seconds. We got Heidi? Not yet. 21-0's on Heidi. 20-0's on Heidi. Not yet, at least. But somebody keep an eye out on. Somebody keep an eye out on. But it's not yet. First down the 45. Again, I'm just trying to... I don't know what happened here. It's not doing anything. Handoff up the middle. We'll call it a gain of 4. And this might just be Wisconsin taking into the half. No timeouts going to be called by either side, so I'm not even going to bother adjusting. South Florida win today? I don't think they do. If they lose their season over, no, not even close. No, they can afford a loss. Daniel Liberty games? We'll do unique calls. Yeah, I mean, it will be... We will have that at some point. Because they do have the Tuesday night games, so... Yeah, they're just going to let it run. They're going to let it run. So we go into the half. Bama scores a touchdown their final 3 drives. Simpson close to perfect. We go into the half. 21-0. And Bama gets the ball to start the half as well. Can't ask for much more if you're a Crimson Tide fan. Alright, we're going to raid this guy and hope it works out. 4 seconds the clock. Yeah, you've been manhandled all day. You've been manhandled all day. Alright, we're going to raid this guy. His channel's name is EJ's Journey. I don't know how this is going to go, but we're going to figure this out. Alright, I'll see you guys in 18 minutes for the start of the second half. Bama, 21, Wisconsin, nothing. All Crimson Tide down in Tuscaloosa. See you guys in a little bit. All Alabama in that first half of football. 21-0 your score at the halftime break. Simpson, a phenomenal game so far. 13 for 14, 192. Wisconsin has done nothing offensively, just 15 yards of rushing. Their longest play is 19 yards. It has been a rough one. You look at the comparison between these teams. 212 yards for Bama, 59 for Wisconsin. Just 4 first downs for the Badgers. Some back-breaking penalties. 4 penalties for 55 yards in that first half. Not good. And we will see if Bama can keep it going. They scored on their final 3 drives of the half. Appreciate you guys tuning in for this one again. If you like what you see, hit that like button, subscribe. It does help us out a ton on the channel. Again, any donation, get a question right away. Those are just going the way I see them. Also, $25 for Dancing Queen and Karaoke, $50 for any other song on the list. Will Clemson go back to Clemson with the Georgia Tech game? It's not pretty right now. It's not pretty. I did have Georgia Tech winning that one, so we'll see. Again, here's the karaoke list if you do want to see. And again, we will be live as well for Georgia, Tennessee. That game kicking off probably around 3:45 Eastern time. Kickoff, end zone touchback. Jeez. Yeah. You can go with that, yeah. Simpson over his last 3 halves of football, 30 for 31. A perfect passer rating. He has been magnificent. He is one of the favorites for the Heisman, and performances like this, it's not hard to see why. Alabama, I don't want to say a chance to end it on this drive, but if you make it a 4-score game, it becomes very, very hard, especially with the way Wisconsin looked. And how about the Bama defense? You know, they got under a lot of flack, a lot of scrutiny after that game against FSU, and rightfully so. For their poor tackling, their poor pursuit, poor effort. They've not allowed any points since that game. Some trickeration here and making the grab behind the line for a first down to the 40. Williams gets a convoy. One play. He's gone. Ryan Williams gets a block out in front. And that was all Ryan Williams. Yesterday we called Kansas State, Arizona. The first play of the half was a 75-yard touchdown. Deja vu. Ryan Williams catches that behind the line of scrimmage. It's been a slow start to the season for Ryan Williams. The sophomore wideout sensation. Only 5 catches for 30 yards entering this game. He had 75 there. There's a flag on the play, but it came later. And we are definitely in Heidi territory at this point. Again, there was a flag on the play, though, so hang on a second. It came late, but there was a flag on the play. And 94% think Bama will hold on, and I don't blame you after that. Hang on. The touchdown is good. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Contact with an official on Alabama. Penalty being forced on the kickoff. It is good, though. It is good. So Ryan Williams, 75 yards. This could be a turn out the lights, the party's over kind of moment. Yeah, the long play Casey Hellis was a fluke. Yeah, this was not a fluke. It takes 15 seconds for Bama to make it a 4-score game. Nick Saban, yes, absolutely. That should be an ejection. Wisconsin got blown out by Bama last year. And the second verse seems to be the same as the first. It's your Wisconsin fan. Yes. Yes. And that's going to go towards Simpson's incredible day in his passing stats. But that was all Ryan Williams. Gets the convoy out in front. And just some phenomenal blocking down the field. At least there was no spitting. Yep. And that block that really ended it for Alabama by Jaden Roberts, the right guard. Gets into the second level. Pushes this guy out of the way. And Ryan Williams does the rest. So now Turner football feels that way. Unfortunately, it feels that way. Yeah, if they scored another touchdown. Problem is that right now, obviously the Heidi game will be Clemson, Georgia Tech. Yeah, W's not doing too well. W is not doing too well. Tuning in from Hawaii. You haven't missed much this game. Have not missed much. Not missed much. Ryan Williams, again, a slow start to the season for him. When you made the call yesterday, Florida, LSU, when you make the call yesterday. So the alligator head and the 3 letters. Field at the 5-yard line, taken out to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Some space to the 35, to the 40. He could go. What a start to this half. Are you kidding me? Wisconsin with a touchdown. Vinny Anthony. Two plays in this half. 2 touchdowns. Not so fast, my friends. Wisconsin with the kickoff return touch. We're right back to where we were before. And it was enforced on the kickoff. The penalty was enforced on the kickoff. The unsportsmanlike conduct allowed Wisconsin to have a chance to return that ball, and that penalty directly relates to a touchdown. I saw Jaguars-Rams 2017, opening kickoff touchdown, then the first play was finished with the Jaguars with 75 yards for Fournette. Extra point is good. 28 seconds into the half. And we're right back to where we were just a couple of minutes ago. All right. Well, that was a crazy start to the half. Oh, we're not hiding. We're not hiding just yet. No, not at 28-7. Vinny Anthony. And again, you can blame the Bama penalty for that, the unsportsmanlike contact, making contact with an official. Because instead of kicking out of the back of the end zone, put it at the 25. You get that. It was literally just going to ask if we're going to hide him. Nope, not getting out of the chair. I would say Brandon Aubrey make a 60-yarder. I would say that. Better said hold my beer. Yep. Just said hold my beer. Not over yet. Obviously very tough. Still down by 3 scores, but you're down by 3 scores to the half, so no harm done. No harm done. Now, granted, Bama scored a touchdown in their last 4 drives. If only Bama scores 22 lower. Yep. Bama blows this pile. Looks pretty appetizing. It would take a lot. Take a lot. Ever Heidi game into a movie? Yeah, that'd be a true Heidi. That would be a true Heidi right there. That would be a true Heidi. We got Georgia, Tennessee coming up at 3:30. Hey, sir, from last week's UConn Syracuse game is quit. Yeah, he's not happy about the state of replay. He's not happy with the state of replay. I don't blame him. It can be kind of a mess. I don't blame him. ESPN glitched out. They said Oklahoma was up 28 through with 19:59 left in quarter 2. Yeah, that's definitely a real time. Yeah, they expanded the quarters. Do a Follies watch along or something. Yeah, I wish we could do that. I wish we could do some watch longs, but not yet, at least. Definitely not yet. It would be interesting, Eli. Who won with the purple cat head in the A last night? It was the purple cat head who lost. The A1. The A1. Yeah, the only game we could hide to right now is Clemson GT, and that's a bit behind on the time. It's a bit behind on timing right now. That's why I'm, of course, now I'm in. My voice is not. Yeah, Heidi would just watch the movie Heidi. Yes, we should. Yes, we should. Yeah, Clemson GT is the only Heidi option, it seems like. Mariners trying 58-yarder toward the end of the half, a dumb decision. You can go either way on that one. You can go either way. My go-to cadence. I'm a blue 42 guy. I'm a blue 42. Heidi game search a different sport like baseball? Probably not. Probably not on that. Call GT and Clemson call the next one combine both streams. Now, they don't like when you combine both streams. It makes it a bit messier to find. I know I've done it before, but only on unique circumstances. I'm not sure this would apply. Like an overlap. Well, the 25, there was a flag on the play. But also with how slow the half has started because of the 2 quick scores, timing might actually work out on Clemson Georgia Tech. The timing actually might work out because Clemson GT is going to start in 3.5 minutes. So it would be pretty similar in terms of time. So yeah, obviously the games right now are not great, but we have personal foul against Bama after the play. Yeah, I think Dan Quinn did not manage that the best by any means. He didn't manage it the best by any means. Green 18, though, I've seen the hatred for the man sit down, so I don't blame you. Yeah, all these games right now are just not the prettiest for college football. Clemson GT is good. Other than that, I'm back to work. All good, man. All good. So first down for Bama. Pinged pretty deep after the penalty. Ball at the 12-yard line. Some special teams miscues so far for the Crimson Tide. Low throw incomplete on play action. Just the second misfire for Simpson. In his last 2 games. Cuevas, the intended target. That one's at his feet. Not a great throw. 2nd and 10. Again, every donation counts as triple toward you make the call. Help me decide which game we're calling. Tulsa, Oklahoma State, or Iowa, Rutgers. Help me decide which one we're doing. One at the top of the screen, 2 at the bottom. Now changing the formation here. Bunching some more guys inside. Horton moves closer to the line, as does Number 17, Brooks. Simpson. Caught at the 25. The 23, I should say, and a first down. We got Dana with a 2. I appreciate you, man. Yellow Bird over Scarlet R. All right. We'll do that. Get you on the bird head against the Scarlet R. The Rutgers game. Rutgers, Iowa on the board. Appreciate you, Daniel, as always. First and 10. 2 at the top of the screen. Play action again. Flat's not there. Simpson resets his feet. Going to take off and run. He's to the 30 and dives forward to the 32. I will say a nice block there by Cuevas, his tight end number 80. Allowing Simpson to roll out in that spot. Scarlet VTuber, yep. Scarlet VTuber Knights. 2nd and 2. So that big on USFL figure was a state bet we saw the biggest comeback in league history. Yeah, that's why I don't do that. Cuevas. Tight end screen to the 40-yard line. First down. Brought down by Christian. And Bama scored a touchdown on their last 4 drives, moving the ball down the field with ease. As my clock was never running, I just realized that. Ball at the 40-yard line. Oh, you have 23 on Temple? Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's going to happen. It's definitely going to happen. Ball at the 40. Drive the start at their own 12-yard line. Only up 17. Yeah, I'm a bit surprised with that. Bit surprised. I think Oregon's going to win that game, obviously, by a lot, but a lot closer than I thought. Just to the top, play action. Pressured immediately, and Simpson will escape the sack, reverse his field, and Simpson going to take off and run to the 45. Stutter steps, 40, tiptoe on the sideline, spins it about to the 37. What a run by Simpson. Was pressured, stepped up in the pocket. Latimer takes him out of bounds after a gain of 23. Look, he was going to deck for a loss of 10. Somehow escapes the pressure. Reverses the field, and Simpson just takes off at that point. Avoiding Frearby's rush. They were in field goal range. And they've scored on 4 straight drives. Looking very sharp so far. Why won't Green Bay Cleveland next successful Rossi stream? I would assume so, yeah. Handoff, nothing doing. Richard Young. Hasn't done a lot today. Bama's not done a lot today on the ground. We'll see. Bama, in terms of the design runs, they're not getting a lot. They're getting less than 2 yards a carry if you take out the runs by Simpson, obviously. You know, Hawaii would get... what would Hawaii get? It's on Fox. Second and 10, going to the sideline. Nice play, boxing out. Williams makes the grab. Did he step out of bounds? He did not. Touchdown. Ryan Williams keeps the feet in bounds after making the grab. His second touchdown of the half. And Bama has now scored on 5 straight drives. Ryan Williams, an 87-yard drive. Just double check. That's great footwork. I don't know how it didn't step out of bounds. Just stopped on a dime. Just stopped on a dime on that one to reverse field. I don't know how he stayed in bounds. Extra point is good. Five drives, 5 touchdowns. Simpson magnificent. Williams magnificent. Bama trying to share that game against FSU was a fluke. The route is on. Twice as nice, baby. No, it wouldn't be to Oregon. The Heidi game, there's only one option, and that's Clemson GT. We are getting to that point. We are getting to that point with Heidi. We are getting to that point. Well, my voice is just shot. My voice is not. It has nothing to do with that. My voice is just shot. Sorry about Arch Manning? Not yet. Not yet. Again, he's young. He hasn't Had a lot of reps. Not yet. We are getting to that point. We're not there yet, but we are getting to that point. I'm going to make some assets right now. Just in case. I'm going to make some assets. Change a little bit. We are at the point where we might take a more competitive game. You said 2 years ago. Yep. We're getting to that point. We're not there yet, but we are awfully close. Well, if Melvin Gordon was 40-yard touchdowns in a row, don't think you have to worry about that. Don't think you have to worry about that. Seeing as Melvin Gordon, it's not there. It's not been there in over a decade. So let me just get this going. Just in case. I'm going to set up a scorebook just in case. Haven't hidden a game in a little bit, but obviously might be getting there as wow. Georgia Tech just got an interception. Georgia Tech just got a pick in the red zone. Oh boy. Oh boy. Whew, man. Just picked him off in the red zone. Oh man. Right. 35-7 the score here. If like to subscribe. Clemson, we're getting to that point. We are getting to that point. We're not there yet. I have to get the assets loaded up. But we are getting to that point where we will, within the next 10 minutes, we could see a flip potentially. Kickoff end zone touchback. We are approaching Heidi territory. It's a 4-score game second half. I just have to get the assets in. So, obviously can't do anything just yet. Hang on. First down. Hand over the middle, down to the 30, muscling ahead to the 33. Gain of 8. Wisconsin, only about 44 yards of offense in that first half. Last drive was kickoff return touchdown. Whereas only 2.5. The SC, AC on the top half, the Big 10. No, Big 10. No, it's SC, Big 10, and ACC. Then Big 12 is in, like, the second tier. Second down, they're going to call the same play that Bama called to start the half. This one will not go for a touchdown, but does get a first down at the 38. Same exact play they called to Ryan Williams. This one gets 5. You know, it's for Simpson. Nope. No one really has this season. And Simpson, if you don't get pressure, he's just so accurate. If you don't get pressure, he is so accurate. Meanwhile, Overton, jogging off, looks a bit shaken up. Hopefully he's okay. Ball the 38-yard line. Taking the snap. O'Neal. Deep shot down the field. Open. Dropped. Was a bit behind him. That could have easily been a touchdown. If he let him in stride, that's a touchdown. It was Anthony. Nice double move. Getting by Zabian Brown. It's not the best throw. It's not the best throw. Should have been 6. You lead him better. That is 6. Instead, it harmlessly falls to the ground, brings up 2nd down. They have a stoppage here. Timeout, Alabama. They're first. Red side, I don't think, no. This will beat the boards, Bama. Yep, run the ball, play good defense. Yep. Easier said than done. Spam burns their first fill of 2 left. You losing a Loxley, that would be... Yeah. You lose to Maryland, you're done. There's no excuses for that. So that's in... I'm getting everything loaded just in case. If they don't score this drive, we are definitely reaching that point. So let's keep that in mind. Which was student alumni there to try and help the team. I mean, right now, it's just a mess for Wisconsin. Man in motion here. The Jets sweep down to the 44-yard line. Dylan Jones. 3rd and 4. I don't think it's gone if they lose LSU. I don't think it's gone if they lose LSU. But his seat is definitely very hot. I mean, there's clearly talent on this team with Florida. But the coaching is just, it leaves so much to be desired. Touchdown Oregon, by the way. Third down, 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. And flags fly. Back it up 5 yards. I want to get this. Well, UCLA's not going to get this year. I know that. USF spoiler could be Memphis. Yeah. The fact that they don't play Tulane is a really good thing for the American. The fact that they can have, like, Tulane and USF will not to play each other, really good sign. All right, the lost ATM list here, yeah. If you have a question for our coach, channel, go and take a so far. Yep. Hiding, we were awfully close. I have to get the assets in. 3rd and 8. O'Neal. Caught first down at the 50, brought down the 49. By his tight end, Lance Mason. If they don't score this drive, we're going to Heidi. If they don't score this drive, it's a Heidi. Use Memphis. Yeah, I think Memphis wins that one. Yeah, New Mexico won 35-10 at home. Deshaun Foster sucks, yeah. USF Miami on CW. That'll be a fun one. Hey, if it starts at 4 and not 3:30, because the timing would be off for everything else. But should be a fun game. Biggest game CW's ever had. They go on a reverse play. Henry breaks 1 tackle on the line of scrimmage, gets down to the 44. Gain of 5. Yeah, if USF wins that game, they just have to take care of business and they're fine. Yeah, the boat, yeah. Second and 5. O'Neal. In the gun here, trips to the bottom, 1 at the top, back to his right. 3 on the clock. Takes the snap, play action. Curl route caught, first down. Wisconsin some rhythm here on their technically first drive of the half. So Clemson has just taken the lead. Down to the 36-yard line here. Bryant Wesco, 73-yard touchdown for the Tigers. 35-7 here in this one. Wisconsin driving, though. Trips to the bottom of the screen. In the gun, back to his right, motioning over. Goes Tretch. Fakes to get to Tretch. Going to keep himself. O'Neal breaks 2 tackles. Runs over the referee. Umpire takes a tumble on that one, but we'll get 11. And just outside the red zone here. First down, Wisconsin. As Clemson leads 14-13. Is this hideable? Yes, it is. If they don't score a touchdown this drive, we're going to hide it. If they don't score a touchdown this drive, I'm willing to call it. It joins UCLA, who whole offense ranked 120. It made no sense. Yeah. It's not because of the, yeah. He didn't leave because of the money, but then he gives every reason that was about the money. Stretch play here to the side. Dupree gets 3. Actually 4, we'll call it, to the 21. Long drive here for the Badgers. Start their own 25. Again, they've not scored on offense this game. Bama has not allowed any offensive touchdowns since the Florida State game. Second and 6. Well, oh man, I'll take UCLA, but that's close. I'll take UCLA. 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. O'Neal, they sent 5. Intercepted at the goal line. Intercepted, thrown right to him. Right to Bray Hubbard. That was thrown directly at Hubbard. Not even close on that throw. Second pick today for Hubbard. Second pick thrown by O'Neal. And, yeah, I think it's time. I think we gotta hide it. I think this one is over. I think this one might be over. Time for the Heidi. Now it's Heidi time. Yeah, we're all the testing stuff. I was never one of them. I was never one of them. It's time for a Heidi. I will get the emojis in just a second. But it is Heidi time. To reset some clocks. We're going to Heidi on out of here. Now you're like, yeah, I blanked. Near the goal line. I meant to say near the goal line. It was just such a bad throw. Such a bad throw. All right, let's reset this. I have to get the screen in. Hang on, give me a second here, guys. Give me a second. We're going to Heidi a more competitive game. Hang on. She's trying to Heidi up. I mean, she's... I'm not the biggest fan of her in America's Got Talent. Hang on. Let's start out with this. It's going to take a little bit for me to start calling this one. Just give me a second here. Just give me a second, because I have to get the thumbnail changed. I haven't quieted down just yet, but taking care of business at least. Alright. Not be calling the game just yet. Give me a second. I just have to get some stuff in. Get some things in. I'll be good to go. So, stand by. We're going to have a kickoff here with 9:36. Kickoff, end zone, touchback again. Give me like 2 minutes to just get the thumbnail changed and get that. What happened to Bama? 35-7, the game's over. Bama has the ball, 35-7, the game's over. Buck Ape, I like it. I like that pairing a lot. They have great chemistry. Buck's really good, and Aikman tells it like it is. I like that combo a lot. So give me a second. Let's change this. You're not calling anything just yet. It's going to be second down for Georgia Tech. Hang on, just have to get this in. Change the thumbnail. Taking down King. Drag route. Bad at the line. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 9. All right. Here we go. Batters are officially seamanship. Yep. Feels that way. Okay, so title's been changed, I think. Yeah, the bulk trade, yes. That is the most nothing burger. 2028 7th round pick. 2027 6th. Like, that's insane to me. 3rd and 9. And let me get the emojis in. I was not expecting to have to do a Heidi this early, so give me a second here, guys. 3rd and 9, King dropping back. They send 5. Open, but overthrown. Incomplete at midfield. There's a 4th down. It's going to be a quick 3 and out for Georgia Tech. Not what they needed after allowing that touchdown to Wesco last time out. Looking for Stockton. Hang on. You ever quarterback habits keeps transferring? Yeah. Yeah, O'Neal cannot play. O'Neal cannot play. So hang on, guys. Hang on. Sorry about this, guys. Okay, I just have to... Hang on. Just making some adjustments, and then we'll be good to go. Again, Heidi, it's not one of us going to just snap my fingers and do. So let me get this in, and then we'll be good. Almost there. Almost there. With this. Just give me one quick second. Almost there. Okay. 0, 9, 8, and 6, 20. Alright, they're a commercial break anyways. What Beck didn't get hurt last year? Georgia probably goes to the Natty. I don't know if they win it. Not sure who was subbing Ohio State that year, but they probably go to the Natty. All right. There we go. Emojis are in. There we go. Emojis are in. So we are good to go there. And now, everything is normal. So we're at commercial break here. Clemson ball. Alrighty. Switch this over. I know you guys vote on that in Wisconsin. I try to stay with it as long as possible, but obviously when a game gets uncompetitive, we do make the switch. Pierre King, bit too pompous in his writing. Not like I used to like. His writing got very bad as time went on. Like unreadable, kind of bad. All right. Here we go. Yeah, pretty sure I guys tuned in for this one. And we flipped the game, got on competitive, so we flipped the game to a more competitive matchup. Clemson, Georgia Tech. This Bama, Wisconsin is pretty much over. Bama up 35-7 in Wisconsin territory. When Fickle first got hired, I told my coworkers, "You Batter fan, I believe by his second, third year, he'll have Wisconsin play for the top 12 in the playoff. Top 12 in the Big Ten, maybe. Yeah, top 12 in the Big Ten. But, yeah, I think I think dead wrong on that. No, we do have breaking news from MLB. Scooball. Imogen came back clean. So, he will be making his next scheduled start. Scooball is okay, which is good to see. Big news for the Tigers. Scooball's okay. Remember when NIU made the Orange Bowl? Yeah, what was it? Chandler Harnish was the quarterback? think with Chandler Harnish at quarterback. And we're going to be live later today for the Georgia-Tennessee game over on ABC. Yeah, got a huge break with that one, yeah. That drives like about 40 seconds off the clock. And Clemson, with their first lead of the game. Any real damage? They should. If they don't, I'm done. If they don't, I couldn't care less about the NBA at that point. As long as Silver's the commissioner. I mean, they very clearly broke the rules. Very clearly, and it's very obvious. And Pablo Torre has been phenomenal with all this. Plaster Klubnik. His he throws incomplete, looking over the middle of the field. Brings up second down. He's looking for his tight end, Josh Sapp, who was open but got hit. Nice pressure coming off the edge from Amari Harvey. Yeah, at least it's not just oblique. Yep, they caught a break. Caught a major break. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. How's it going, Jonathan? Appreciate you tuning in. They're going to toss it out wide. And nothing doing. Gain of maybe 2 on that one. It's Randall. Leading rusher on the team entering this game, 128 yards. For some comparison, no one else on Clemson entering this game in more than 8. I didn't know everything. I didn't know it. 3rd and 8. Trips to the top, 1 at the bottom. Yeah, I love the draft. I love draft season. Right on the backfield to his right. Takes the snap. Klubnik as they send 4. Middle of the field. Way overthrown. The team's trading 3 and outs right now. Klubnik thought there was a miscommunication. That throw was nowhere near anyone. It's about 20 yards over the head of the closest receiver. And Georgia Tech's defense forces a 3 and out. The route is on that one. 31-0 there. Was looking there for Tyler Brown. Klubnik was like, you got to go longer on that one. But Brown just found himself spun the zone, and Klubnik didn't see it. Either way, ABC. The punt here, a quick 3 and out. Jack Smith. Fielded, no fair catch at the 15-yard line, trying to reverse field to the 20. Flag on the play. Yeah, Klubnik, there's always one that every year that gets hyped up and just flames out. And it might be Klubnik this year. Illegal block in the back on Clemson, so back it up. Or Georgia Tech, I should say. However, so I say today, Battle of the Ohio's. So I have it right around the 10-yard line when we get back. Yeah, I mean, what Timberwolves did with Joe Smith, losing all those picks, you have to. Well, I think they're waiting on the investigation. Not on the investigation, but like they hire their own firm. They're gonna wait to see everything. They don't want to make a rash decision, but bench Ingram for Tucker Kraft. Yeah, that worked out very well. Can't trust prospects I like to see him play. There's some exceptions to the rule, but for the most part, I get it. This is 2. Well, Arch, pump the brakes on Arch for the moment. Breaks to tackle King down to the 15. I'm not too concerned about Arch just yet. Again, he has had no reps. Very few reps. He's not a senior like Klubnik is. Like, this could be Klubnik's last year in college. Yeah, Lester was Milrow. It was DJU the year before, or 2 years before that, yeah. So much different sound Bomber's favorite right now? Yeah, the Aspiration Condom. No, nothing. Because he made payments to Aspiration, too. 1 at the bottom of the screen. Gonna give it on the jet sweep here. Breaks the tackle. First down out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Eric Rivers. Got 5. Or rather 7, sorry, yep. First down the 20. How many weeks does Arch get? Arch just played 2 games, and he looked good the second game. Swings it out behind the line. Caught. Breaks 1 tackle. Makes spin move down to the 26. Tosley. I mean, he's played 2 games so far. And he looked good in the second game. So... And last time out against Ohio State was his first start against a power school, and it was against a phenomenal secondary. So, at the very least, give it to the Oklahoma game. Let's go. I like him. I don't like change. Second for King, up the middle on the read option, down to the 29. At the very least, give him to the Oklahoma game. Like, they'll play Florida. He'll play Florida and Oklahoma. After that, then we can say, okay, if there's 3 games against power schools, then you can be like, okay. The aspiration bobblehead. God. Injured player for Georgia Tech. Looks like one of their linemen. 3rd and 2. It's so funny how bad this whole situation is with Ballmer. It's like he clearly knew. They knew what they were doing. There's no way. And every time Ballmer's making such a big mistake too because his ego is too big to allow it to happen. Ballmer is basically he's saying way too much. Syntax, so I mean, that'll be one of the options. I had it down, but yeah, it was 35-7, 4th quarter. Bama's got in the red zone. Yeah. If it's Sexton Red River, yeah. That would be where it gets worrisome. Like, every time Torrey comes out with something, his injured player is Tana, and he is walking off, putting a lot of weight on that leg. Being helped off, so that does not look good. Hopefully he's okay. 3rd and 2. About 6 to go in the 3rd. Like, Torrey comes out with a report. Ballmer says, oh, we didn't do that. We did this instead. Then Torrey comes out with more information. Oh, no. Well, I can refute that because of that. Third and 2. QB draw. And King muscling ahead to the 34. We know what King can do with his legs. We saw that in the game against Colorado. Georgia Tech very good on the ground so far this season. Entering this game over 7 yards per carry. Yeah, drop touchdown pass by Ryan Williams. So 2 touchdowns and 2 drives. I don't know how he dropped that ball. That was right in his hands. Georgia Tech, Wisconsin, Bama. Yeah, it's 38-7 in that one. So there's no point. 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Fake the give to his wide receiver. Slam pass caught. Gain of 6. Yeah, Oregon. I like the Ducks a lot this year. Lane's just a heck of a coach. He really is. He's one of the best out there. 2nd and about 5. Yeah, if you like what we see, folks, hit the like button, subscribing, and any donation counts triple to make the call. Help me decide which game we're calling on Friday night. Which game are we calling? This flag blows that one dead. So all the yards you got on the slam pass, move it back. False start, back it up. Yeah, we made the right call, hiding. Yeah, timing should be okay. Because Georgia Tennessee's not going to start till like 3:40, 3:45. So, we should be okay in terms of timing. Here, Clippers fans thought they finally found a reasonable owner. Little over a decade later, does something not even Sterling would do. Yep. At least he got an arena. At least he got his arena. But, man. It's so stupid. The thing... Like, the way he did it, too, was so obvious if you really look at the documents. King takes off and runs, steps up in the pocket, and he gets another first down with his legs out of bounds at the 49-yard line. Forced out of bounds there by Hampton. But it's a gain of 17, and Georgia Tech in plus territory. Oh, yeah, Ballmer's a yeah. Oh, easily. I mean, Ballmer's not a racist. Different commissioner, though. That was different commissioner. Play action, they send 4. King, drag route, overthrown, incomplete. Rivers, the intended target, and King Went down on the play, gets up, but definitely grimacing a little bit. 3:46 to go in the third. So the problem is if you don't punish the Clippers, if you don't punish them, every team is going to start doing that. If you set the precedent that you're allowed to circumvent the cap like this, every team is going to start doing this. Every single team. We'll be like, okay, wait, so we could potentially lose a first round pick, like one first round pick, get fined a couple million. We could build a better team. Like, I'll take that. The toss play here blown up. Haynes goes nowhere. Sammy Brown brings them back in their own territory. Loss of 5, 3rd and 15. Yeah, House of Thunder allowed their picks as well. Toss play thrown immediately behind the line. 3rd and 16. Drive that start inside their own 20. Trips to the top, one at the bottom. They send 4. King trying to step up. He's going to pump fake. He's going to take off and run. And he will get close to the sticks. Does not have it. Out at the 4 or down to 41. 4th and 2. If they're going to go for it here. 3-point game with 101 left to show movie. Yeah, what's going to happen? You know, that's a good point. Yeah, Rutledge looks like one box of blood. Yeah, there's a lot of blood on that jersey. Running at the second half for me, it's mean nothing. Yep. Then we'll keep the offense out there, as they should. King's been very good with his legs this drive. He had a first down conversion earlier. Or third down conversion earlier, I should say, to get the first down. They're still in the huddle, though, with 12. I'm not sure they're going to get this off. They're still in the huddle with 10. Oh, they got to go quick. They got to go quick. Maybe remember, Clemson made the playoff last year, so, yeah, they're going to call timeout. With 2:21. Georgia Tech has to burn their first timeout. But you figure they're going to leave the offense out there. 4th and 2, a long one, whatever you want to call it. On the plus side of the field, you got to go. Down by 1. This is a no-brainer, especially with King. How well you run the ball, this is a no-brainer. To be fair, again, Clemson last year made the playoff. Clemson won their conference. I mean, obviously, it's not the same, but he did win his conference. I do think Dabo is past his prime, but still Clemson at the end of the day. We have the emojis in the chat as well for the teams playing in this one. With Georgia, Tennessee coming up in an hour. Fourth and 1. Yeah, he's getting better with the portal, but it's still not behind what other teams are doing. King in the gun, 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Now motioning over as a tight end. Tight end direct snap. It's bobbled. They got too cute. They try the tight end QB sneak. Try to catch him off guard. And can't hold on to the ball. 14-13 remains the score. With 2:20. The decision to go does not work out. It's a bobbled snap. Play was all out of sorts from the start. And Clemson will take over. They get a sideline warning as well after it. I could be seeing it, yeah, with King. I don't know. We've seen a lot of these teams do the tight end sneak, but when you got King, you're getting a bit too cute. I get it for certain quarterbacks, certain teams, but when you have King back there, I think you're getting way too cute on that. Maybe it's like the Chiefs, you want to run it like, don't give Mahomes to give you sneak, you want to run like that, that's fine, but this is a little bit different. But Wisconsin punting it away, 38-7 the score. Bama's going to get back with 11 minutes. Kick the field goal from is that pass tipped to complete? Kick the field goal? That'd be the worst thing you could do. That'd be the dumbest thing you could do in this. It's a 59 yarder. Why do you try 59-yarder on 4th and 1? That would be the worst thing you could do. That would be a dumb decision if that happened. Yeah, just sneak it. Yep, I'm with you on that one. I'm with you. Yeah, 14 hills overall. That would be true. You're the most. 2 at the top, 3 at the bottom. Now motioning to the backfield goes Randall. Klubnik, as they send 3, going to take it himself. Going to try and run for it. Gets a block down the field. We'll get a couple down to the 47. Brings up 3rd and 4. 2 to go in the 3rd. Clemson trying to hang on here in a close one over on ESPN. Give Georgia Tech their first loss of the season. I do like Clemson purple. Yep, it is a unique color. It's unique. I trust your offense can get 1 year rather than trust kicker here from 60. Yeah. They're a 3 OU. Jeez. I love how Clemson GT is like the only close game. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Back to his right. Klubnik, they send 6 and dropped off the hands of Wesco. Had that touchdown earlier, but back-to-back 3 and outs. Ooh, buy, sell, rent. I'm going to buy. You're going to go far, kid. I'm going to rent Pretty Fly for a white guy and sell Kids Are All Right. River lose Red River lose their job. How about that? You think Texas, you think Sark's going to lose his job? He's safe. No, he's safe. Venable's good, but Oklahoma's a good team this year. I don't think either coach is in danger right now. The punt here. So no harm done on the failed 4th down. Fair catch call for at the 9-yard line with 1:18. That's what seems worth it. Yeah, Sark's not getting fired. They could lose out. He's not getting fired just yet. They could literally lose out. He's not getting fired at all. And Venables, with the way they're playing right now, is not getting fired, even if they lose to the River. The way they're playing right now, no way. First down, the 9-yard line. Yeah, this is the only... No, Buffalo Kent State was good at the half. I know Buffalo Kent State was close to the half, but it's been that kind of day for college football. That kind of day. Yeah, go far, kids are best out. Yep. I would be inclined to agree. First down, QB keeper, King. We got a yard down to the 11-yard line. 2nd and 9. Again, this game over on ESPN. We'll do Georgia, Tennessee later today. And we will do LSU, Florida at night. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Takes a snap, they send 4. King has time. Angle route, caught to the 15. Should have the first down as he turns the corner to the 21-yard line. Jamal Haynes. Nice running after the catch. Plenty of time to throw, and Haynes, plenty of space. Gain of 10 and a first down. Yeah, try to find on the East Coast. God, stay up till 1 in the morning. Yep. It'll be tough. It'll be tough. You can do it. You can do it. I don't know if you're a Charger fan, you have to stay up till 1 in the morning for one of your games. If you're a Rams fan, you have to get up at 6:30 in the morning for one of your games. 2 at the bottom of the screen. Back to his right. They fake the jet sweep, and here comes King for a first down to the 34. Using King's feet a lot that quarter. And we go to the 4th. 1-point game, just about the only good game on right now. Yes, I post 1 a.m. anyway. Yeah, it's not an issue. Hey, Bama? Yes, it's 38-7 in Bama. 10 minutes to go. Bama's got the ball. I mean, it's over. Black Even Flow alive. Oh, man. I'm buying Even Flow. I'm buying Even Flow. I know that much. Rent alive, sell black, I would say. Yeah, the Bama game has been over for a while. We stayed with it as long as we could, but after the interception, oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a bad drop there. That's a great throw, too. Great throw by Simpson. College quarterbacks look bigger than NFL quarterbacks. I think because the size difference. A lot of these college defenders are not as big. And 9:30 start time is an issue for me. That's their next 2 league is no longer doing the double headers. I'm not sure. I am not sure. Yeah. Another big drop. Yeah, Simpson's playing his butt off today. Simpson is playing his butt off today. Which is just... He's been playing very well the last 2 weeks. Deliver me now, not... Oh, man. Man. I don't know if I can decide on that one. I don't know if I can decide on that one. Probably 9 lives I'm buying. We go to the 4th, 34-yard line here. Yes, Jimmy already made it for Simpson. Yep. We got emojis in the chat for the teams playing. Of Georgia, Tennessee later today. No flex zone, whatever wants to ride the float. Oh, God. The float I'm buying. I hate that of those 3 I have to buy the float. But I have to buy the float on that one. So, what a pro wants. Rent no flex zone. At least that's a quickie. At least no flex zone. It's like a 15-second ad. What a pro wants is 30. The singing's off key. I can't deal with that. Whereas a half hour later than normal for anyone watching NBA TNT games on the East Coast starts at 30. That's also true. But they didn't do it to death. Yeah. I mean, it got so much backlash, they got rid of it. Come on, buy the float. We do have the emoji in for the float. If you are a member, we do have the emoji for the float. So why not? Ball at the 34-yard line here. Georgia Tech's defense allowing back-to-back 3-and-outs. Trying to take advantage of that here. Yeah, that's also in high territory. Every game is in high territory right now. Except for this one. I mean, the scores today, this has been a crap start to the slate, which we expected, to be fair. We did expect this to some extent. I'll go piece sells for buy. Like right now, you got 34-0 that one, 35-3 in Oklahoma, 38-7 Wisconsin, Alabama, 56-3 Michigan, Central Michigan, 52-7 Houston Christian, Nebraska, 41-7 Towson, Maryland. I mean, it is bad right now. Right, the Raider Baby, yeah, the Raider Baby makes it just uncanny valley territory. Gain of 1 to the 35 brings up 2nd and 9. It'd be great if Clemson GT go up on ABC and flip it over to ESPN. Yeah, that would be nice. That'll make my life a lot easier. They are FCS. Yes, they are FCS. Second 8 pass over the middle of the field, and they're going to say catch on that one. Clemson said it hit the ground, but looked pretty clean to me. Diving attempts. Nice job there. Coming down without the 45. A little quick. 3rd and 4. King, comeback route, caught, first down. And down at the 49-yard line goes Isaiah Canyon. Risk St. Anger, Lulu. Oh, jeez. Well, Lulu I'm selling. That's easy. Risk I'm buying. At least that had some good songs. St. Anger, Rent. But Lulu is the easy sell. Yeah, words have hurt the eyes, yeah. Ball the 49, 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Tight end motion, bit of a low snap, but recovers and tosses it out wide. Gain of 2 on the pitch to Haynes. Give it the chaos to GT Clemson. There you go. That's like the only good game on right now. It's 38-7 the Wisconsin-Alabama game. So, you're not missing anything. There have been no scores since we heighted. How's it going, Dave? Appreciate you tuning in. Two at the top, one at the bottom. King. There was one score. What's the field goal? Swings it out. Once again, Haynes gets the first and then some. Haynes to the 30. 25 dives down the 22. Back-to-back grabs for Haynes. It's a gain of 27. I like the Jordan. I like the original Jordan set at least. Just outside the red zone here. Jamal Haynes. First down on the play on the swing. Gain of 27. Now entering the backfield is Hosley. King in the gun. Two at the top, one at the bottom. Now motioning. Fakes the jet sweep to Rutherford. And King powers ahead to the 16-yard line. Second and 4. Right, more big plays? Yep, they do. Way more big plays. Because you're way more likely to get coverage busts. Because harder to get guys on the same page. Second and 5. You never think they have a football. Nope, they're a basketball school. Give to the side on the sweep. Haynes down at the 8. A gain of 8. And Clemson in a goal to go, or in Clemson territory in a goal to go spot. And Clemson has not done a lot offensively today. Back-to-back 3 and outs, and Georgia Tech looking to take advantage here. Right, Caesar catch with 1 foot. That is also true. It's a bum touchdown. Ooh, Tubbles coming to my weight loss. That's an interesting dream. Never had Tubbles do that. Fakes the toss. King down to the 2. Second and goal. Drive taking up a lot of clock. Entering the game now in the huddle. Looks like Canyon going to go with a big body receiver. Frank Winnow garage car battery. Can buy all of them. Last player came in. Oh, was that Westbrook? I don't know if it was Westbrook or not. They're going to give it up the middle here. Stuffed. Will not get the extra push. And then I think it was Nova. I think it was Westbrook. So Haynes stuff there. Third and goal at the 2. Is this 4-down territory here? An 89-yard drive so far, taking 6 minutes off the clock. In the backfield here, King, direct snap, muscles in, touchdown. King. The King on that drive. A near 7-minute drive, 89 yards, and Haynes King. He's done it with his legs so many times this season already. And Haynes King gives Georgia Tech the lead. They'll go for 2, obviously. Got to make it a 7-point game. King had 3 rushing touchdowns against Colorado the opening week of the season. He gets 1 there. And we'll go for 2. They're going to call the Philly special. It works. They call the Philly special. And it's Patterson in the back of the end zone making the grab. 21-14. Georgia Tech up by 7. That's why they win? Absolutely. Absolutely. They go with the Philly special. And Patterson is wide open in the back of the end zone. Dean Patterson, the redshirt senior. Only have 3 catches entering this game. Gets one there. 21-14. I'll put a poll up. Who wins this one? It's X special, yep. Beautiful play design. The Jackets now lead by 7. Sometime we have major questions on the baseball IQ of Canadians because Blue Jay fan blew a pickoff attempt. What? But everyone does that. Everyone boos a pickoff. That's everyone. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe, helps out on the channel. Clemson ties at Georgia Tech marks field goal range, and Georgia Tech walks it off. With the way they're running the ball right now, I can see it. Benfer and then to know. Oh, yeah. And he's been around the league for a while now. Very quietly. Very quietly, like a decade-long career. Yeah, I like the new pickup roll, too. Yeah, you get 2, and then after the second, can't do it anymore. More strategy, too. Makes the game go quicker. I know that was a great rule change. King now 4 rushing touchdowns this season. He's at 85 yards. Georgia Tech, ground and pound that drive. And some swings out to Haynes. We'll see what Clemson can do here. Klubnik, 12 for 22 so far. Uphill the first time they can't take him. Ooh. And appreciate all you guys tuning in. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe, helps out on the channel. Yeah, pick and choose. Yep. I like that. I like that. There's more strategy. Way more strategy. Northwestern, massive touchdown, cut the lead down to 27. Yeah, when King goes to the NFL, I mean, I'm not sure he gets drafted. But when he has to leave, might be a very different team in terms of how they play. I like the way Georgia Tech plays. I love this style of football. Just so rare to see a Power 4 team that can just do this. And then plays this way. I like it. Back in the end zone for a touchback. The new pickup rules existed back in the day. Would Ricky have 2,000 stolen bases? Oh, easily. Easily. Well, at 25. He'll get drafted? Well, I'm not sure, like, because you don't trust his arm. I mean, he'll be like an undrafted free agent. I'm not sure anyone's going to take a draft pick on him. And then if Riley Leonard got drafted. Pretty similar mold. Right, I'm not sure you're going to draft him, but we could see him in like some power situations. Yeah, Northwestern UCLA, that's going to be a fun game. We might have to call that one. The jet sweep to the side, gain of 13. To the 38-yard line goes Tyler Brown. 80% he run with the Jackets to win this one. Under 10 to go. Meanwhile, it's 38-14 in the Bama game. I think the backups are in for Alabama. Empty backfield here. Jet sweep to the opposite side this time, and this one will get a couple. Randall. Gain of 5. USC, UCLA, but USC loses. Oh, my God. Yeah, Lincoln Riley would be gone at that point. 2nd and 5. Trips at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. Got back to his right. Fakes the wide receiver bubble screen. Going to keep himself. QB draw. I'll pick up 4 down to the 47. 3rd and 1. Bengals drag. I'm not. I don't do afternoon games. So I'll be live for Vikings Falcons. Georgia put 222. You know, they're not too far off. They're only 201 points away with 8 minutes to go. Yeah, I like to watch or call that game, yeah. Yeah, Bengals Jags, I don't do the afternoon games. So I watch all the games, and I will be live tomorrow night for Falcons Vikings. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Back to his left. Klubnik takes the snap. They send 5. QB draw. He's got the first and then some. Nice flock down the field to the 45. Klubnik down the 41. Thrown down on the play on the QB draw by Clayton Powell-Lee. But back-to-back nice runs by Klubnik. And they're in plus territory after a gain of 12. And a beautiful downfield block there set by Adam Randall, the running back. They got the play. So, yeah, I don't do Jaguar games. Screen pass caught. Down to the 36-yard line, we'll say. Yeah, about 5. Yeah, Jaguar games I'm not on the call for usually. Preseason I am, but not regular season. Yeah, but for Sunday football, I got you covered. Sunday night, Monday night, Thursday night, I got you covered. Playoffs, I got you covered. Thanksgiving, I got you covered. Lost customer. Christmas, I got you covered. Best team for Kings get picked up by the Eagles? Yeah. Trips to the top of the screen. Play action. Swings it out. It's caught at the line of scrimmage. Trying to make a few men miss. Gets down to the 32. It's Cole Turner. Nice drive here for Clemson for back-to-back 3-and-outs. How confident they have a shot 2-0? I wouldn't say I'm confident in tomorrow's game. Injured player, meanwhile, for Georgia Tech. That's going to stop the clock with 7:02 to go. Looks like it's Zachary Tobe. The DB, the junior. Zachary Toby, the transfer from Illinois. He's down. So we'll take a quick stoppage here. By quick, I mean 2.5 minutes. You Bucks. I don't know what the backup situation is going to be like. Obviously, because Trask didn't work out. To make the playoffs? Oh, no, I'm not streaming the Jags to make the playoffs. No, I'm not. Jags start 3-1 bonus rating. You know, with the Niners injuries right now, bonus rating, I would say 6.5. You haven't started 2-0 since like 1884. That is true. I'm not confident tomorrow's game, but we can win. If we don't make mistakes, we clean up the penalties, we can win that game. I don't think it's going to happen, but we can win. Trevor usually looks good against Cincy. Ever get Thanksgiving or Christmas I stream? No, I will not. I did say if we start 4-0, I'll stream the Chiefs game. I did say if we start 4-0, I will stream the Chiefs game. So, that is a possibility. We start 4-0, I'll stream that game. Yeah, Bills, I mean, Trubisky's a fine backup, but you can improve. You can improve on that. Come on, let's hear there's a UD home game, but still I can't go, but I'll take number 1 on the leaderboard. Yes, you will. Beautiful. That's a bummer you can't go. That's a bummer that you can't go. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you a ton on that one. All right, so 237. Appreciate you, man. Get you on the call for the... Well, you wanted the coin flip. You wanted the coin flip. So we'll flip a coin for yours. Jags are at Thanksgiving. They're the only team to never have one. One team to never have one. So even though I'm not working out. Yep. And look, I get it. I like the competitive attitude. I appreciate you, Gamata. I appreciate you. Can't go to lots of holding 2 big events with another tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Just time management? That's smart, then. That's smart. You gotta watch Eagles-Chiefs game, though, right? You gotta watch Eagles-Chiefs. All right, let's flip this coin again. If it is heads, it's Tulsa, Oklahoma State. Tails, Iowa, Rutgers. Flip this coin. Heads. $6 on Tulsa. The Jags tomorrow, I fear Chase Singer's going to want to go off. Yeah, I could see it. Campbell's been inconsistent. Mets have 2-1 suck. Yep, there you go. There you go. They're not feeble. You are the anti-feeble on the leaderboards. You are not feeble on the leaderboards at all, which I appreciate. You'll just got to figure out whether there's a watch party. We'll try it. Yep. I was gonna say you gotta do that. I mean, that game's over the air, so you should probably you'll be able to get it. You will get number 1 on the leaderboard. All right, 3rd down after the injury timeout. 3rd and 1. 7 to go. You know, I'm not like a huge horror fan, but I did like A Quiet Place. Have not seen the second yet. Klubnik, QB power, 1st down at the 29-yard line. Which was the longest drought since last playing on that day? The longest drought? Might be the Rams. Might be the Rams. I don't think the Rams have played since the 70s. If I'm not mistaken. One of the top, 2 at the bottom. Back to his right. Klubnik takes the snap. QB draw once again. Trying to get down with his legs. Trying to be like king on that last drive. He'll get 4. The 30 years of Jags, that's never Jags fans to be able to relax on Thanksgiving. Yep. I never want to play on Christmas. I never want to play Christmas. But the Titans have played on Thanksgiving. They played the Lions in 2008. It's been a 4.5-minute drive. 5 to go. Here we go. Yep. It's 08. 1 at the top, 3 at the bottom. Klubnik, they send 6. Sideline shot caught at the 12 by number 12, Brian Wesco. Really getting injured before the season is over if that's for the whole offense. Well, he can't do it with his arm. You saw it there. Gain of 13. Wesco had that big touchdown earlier. That time working one-on-one. I think on Harvey. He's got 7 catches, saved for 126. In the red zone now, trying to answer the Georgia Tech touchdown drive from last time. I never want to play Christmas, but I do want to play Thanksgiving at some point. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom, back to his left is Brown. They motion over Wesco to the top of the screen, going to give it up the middle to Randall. Randall will get down to the 5, gain of 7. Obvious 4-down territory here. And this game over on ESPN will be on the call for Georgia, Tennessee after this one is done. They're trash on the towel. This does not end well. Speaking from experience. You know, Cardinals play Thanksgiving game night, yes, against the Eagles. Back to his left, Klubnik. QB power, trying to follow his blocks, denied. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. I think Harvey was in on that stop. AP still sign was 47-10 obliteration. Yep, helps when the lines are winless and just terrible. Yeah, Christmas at night? Wouldn't hate that. Wouldn't hate that necessarily. But I think the Rams have the longest drought. cgiulianihpu, they stomped on it and they collapsed. They stomped on it. Buccaneers, they played the Cowboys. 4 at the bottom. They're going to go the fade route, trying to box him out. What a play! Pass interference. Nice effort there by the tight end. But that will be an easy PI call. Interesting play design. You have 4 guys lined up at the bottom of the screen. 1 at the top. You get the one-on-one matchup. That should draw the PI. It will be. Get the matchup with the tight end, flags everywhere. Easy call. 1st and goal, 3.5. Georgia Tech win versus Clemson and Chaos. Yeah, I mean, this wouldn't be like too much of an upset. I did have Georgia Tech winning this one. 1st and goal at the 2. 38-14 your final in the Bama game. 38-14 your final in Alabama. Klubnik fakes the throw in the flat. Now fires back in the end zone. Caught. Extra point away from a tie game. Clemson answers. Josh Sapp. Thought Donor Radio with a 5. Appreciate you a ton. Go Pack Go. What a start to the season for Green Bay. What a start to the season. You are not kidding. That front looks so good. And just imagine when Micah Parsons gets healthy. Like fully healthy. Which game do you want me to do, Thought Donor? I appreciate you a ton on that one. I appreciate you, man. And Sapp makes the grab, has control. He's got it. So your donation, it gets to decide which game we're going to call. Tulsa, Oklahoma State on Friday or Iowa against Rutgers. I appreciate you a ton. And Packers right now are one of the favorites for sure. With the way Jordan Love's playing, obviously Reed being out for the next few months is going to suck. But, let's double check this. I think he caught this ball. Let's just double check again. He got the foot in. Did he have control? Yeah, that foot's easily in. Yeah, that's a touchdown. But hang on. Did the ball roll out? Okay, that's not the angle we need. He does change arms, so hang on a second. I can't tell from that reverse angle. I need the back angle. I need the back angle. That angle's not going to tell me anything. Obviously, he's got the foot in. I'll put a poll up. I need the back angle. So my clock should not be running. Hang on. My clock should not be running. Let's check. The call was touchdown. But again, I need to see... This angle is not helpful. This might be the best angle we have. Is that ball moving? Sapp had no catches last week. That win against Troy. He changes arms, but does he ever lose control? You know, Georgia Smith's got to kick off at 3:40, so I'll set that stream up for 3:35. I'll put this up as well. Yeah, Michigan's just dominating this game. No surprises. Man, this is tough. We've been looking at this for the past 90 seconds now. Is there enough to overturn this? After a 90-second review. After review. Incomplete. Did not have control. Did not have control. I think they made the right call. I think they made the right call. Yeah, this is the angle. It's the back angle that you can see it. Sapp comes down with it, but does not maintain control. Yeah, that ball is loose. That ball is loose. He's wiggling it a little bit. 12-minute review. Second and goal at the 2. I love how that review took less time than the one of the Arizona Kansas State game yesterday. Something like a 50-50 split in terms of whether you thought it was a touchdown or not. They rule no. Brings up second and goal. Who won Alabama, Wisconsin? Alabama. Alabama 38-14. To the top of the screen. They give up the middle. No harm done. Touchdown Clemson. That one won't go off the board. Randall. Not taking that one off. Extra point away from tying this thing. With 3:26. A 6.5-minute drive. That one is going to count. Blocked there by Walker Parks, and the A-gap was wide open. You said Miami. I'm Miami by 10. But I think USF's going to put back up a fight. I did see that, yes. Yeah, the replay, I get it. If you're frustrated with the replay system, I mean, it can be a mess. The replay system in college, so I get it. You know, I haven't heard anything from Thought Donor, so I'm going to put a poll up for their $5 to go to one of these games. They're not going for 2? They're not going for 2. They tied up at 21. Georgia Tech Gonna get it back in a tie game. Two timeouts. Probably have to go 75 yards to find the end zone. If we're thinking about a field goal here, Aiden Burr, their kicker. Longest kick entering this game. "51 yards in his career. It's perfect this season. But his longest kick is only 51. So you want to get, if you're thinking field goal, probably 35. Is that what scored touchdown when he's down 1 15 seconds? Yeah, I'm fine with that. That one I'm okay with. Go for 2, don't play for OT. I'm fine with that. Where's that? I'm not a fan of field goals. All right. All good. For Jordan, yes, that's later tonight, yes. Not a fan of field goals. All right, so so you want Tulsa. All right, so we'll get you on Tulsa then. Appreciate you. So that'll be 15. It counts as triple since during the game. All right. Gunny, his time's starting to run out. Yes, his time's starting to run out. I think they're going to part ways after 25. Game still score with 9.6. That is true. That is true. 21 all your scoring. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. It really does help us out on the channel. It goes a long way to helping us keep this thing going. We're playing soccer VAR. It's VAR. I'll be live later for Georgia, Tennessee. Click the link above to join that stream. Once that starts, we'll start that stream. I'd say about 25 minutes. So we start that one. We got the emojis ready just in case. We heighted over to a more competitive game. I think we made the right call, seeing us back in Wisconsin. Just never got any closer. Vince Stearns' AI. Thank you for your service, baby. Yeah, bless Steckel. Absolute legend. In the fact of how bad he was. Touchback, no surprises, ball to 25. No killer Purdy. Do you see the Saints have a good shot for the first one? Yes, I do. I think the Niners will win, but I would not be surprised if the Saints won. They have as good a shot as ever. And Rather did not look terrible last week, so it's possible. It's definitely possible. First down here. QB keeper. Nothing doing. No gain on the play brings up second down. Three to go on this one. Georgia Tech touchdown drive last time. They got 250. Empty backfield, 2 of the top, 3 at the bottom. Fake the give to Haynes. Slam pass caught. Short of the sticks. Gain of 9. Brings up 3rd and 1. At the 34-yard line. They're 2 plays to get 1 yard. Not sure I want to give it back to Clemson for that long touchdown drive they just had. But we have an injured player on the field for Clemson. That's going to stop the clock with 2:35. Is that Terrell? It might be Terrell. I see an 8 on that one. That might be Terrell. It is Terrell. Avion Terrell, the junior corner. Down by the numbers, so. How's it going, Ginger Ninja? How's it going, man? Going to Cold Sprung skin tomorrow with boy? Kyle? Nice. Nice. Have a good time, man. Have a good time. Have a good time. No, this is not, I don't think that's a feat. No, that's not. What the heck? Well, actually, I don't know. He just fell over. That's a weird one. He just, yeah, they're going to. So Clemson has to burn a timeout. So you do have to lose a timeout because of that. So Clemson will stop the clock with a timeout because of that injury. Make it with a 100% on. So I mean, he's literally number one all time in home runs for the team. I get why. You don't want to like part ways with a guy who, for like nostalgia reasons, I get it. That way, I don't know what that injury was. I don't know what that one was. 3rd and 1. To the top of the screen. Fakes the toss. King first down to the 40. And brought down the 43. Diving forward. And after Georgia Tech, you can play this clock game. I'm not calling a play. I'm not calling a play if I'm GT. I'm letting it run to the 2-minute timeout. I'm letting this bad boy run. And they're showing no urgency whatsoever. They're going to let it run. As they should. Yeah, this guy said he's number one all time. Yeah, fake the handoff and QB through the lane. Yep. King, 92 yards rushing. And a rushing touchdown. Had 3 rushing touchdowns. His last game that he played against an FBS school, Colorado. 2 minutes to go. Clemson will not call timeout. Ball's at their own 43. Checker night? Yep, I do love that. I do love that. The bring of the chart. I get it there. I do get it there. If they're in field goal range, yes. If they're in field goal range already, but I get it there. I completely get not calling a timeout there. That one's fine. That one's fine. That's not a spot you call a timeout in. At least you don't have to. That's not one of those spots. Now, if they're at the Georgia Tech 40, or they're at the Clemson 43, different story. But in that spot, you still need to get 2 first downs to get it. Georgia Tech and Illinois have to follow their strategy. No, so I think the problem is that you already burned a timeout on the drive because of the injury. So you're kind of in a pickle. And you have a 2-minute timeout at your disposal. So I get the logic there. The logic is more than fine with me. Hang on. Pressure on Vols. I have Tennessee winning that one by 7. I have Tennessee winning that one by 7. John Daly, most shots on a single. 19 on the first. Wow. I feel like I could do better. I feel like I could actually beat his score on that one. I played a lot of bad golf in my life. I've never shot a 19 on one of the holes. Played a lot of bad golf and never shot a 19. The Thursday night they shoot football at 12 p.m. Why? Everyone's at work. What? Why 12 on a Friday? More rest for the players? Yeah, but no one can watch. They're at work. The game would start at 9 in the morning on the West Coast. We're seeing the ball. It's like the putting challenge in The Simpsons. No, they can, because there's no high school games taking place at noon on a Friday. First down the 43. The stretch play here, bottled up at the line. Georgia Tech has not run the ball well today. On design runs, not going to King. Capehart on the stop. Clock will run, 2nd and 10. I play the Phoenician? I have not. I've not played the Phoenician. Chris, we stop at 10? Yeah, well, on the tour, there's no courtesy. I usually like double par. Yeah, I think courtesy is usually double par. A jog home, I left. Going to go with that. Oh, man. They sent 4. Out route caught, pushed out of bounds to the 49-yard line. 3rd and 1 with 1:10 to go. You play 3 a.m. Play at 4 a.m. on a Tuesday. Why not? 4 a.m. on a Tuesday. Ball in plus territory now. You figure it's 4 down territory at this point. 3rd and 1. 1:10 to go. I'd call it day and try again next week. Yep, it's like, why waste my time with that? But I'm not making any money. You don't make money for not making the cut. QB keeper, same play they ran the last 3rd down. And it gets the first of the 46. Throw it up on a Tuesday. And now Clemson has to start thinking about their timeouts here. Not going to take one. 1 minute to go. Georgia Tech, you need another first down in a field goal range, but in a good spot with 2 of your timeouts. Handoff up the middle. Gain of only 2 at the 43. If you're Georgia Tech's going to take their 2nd timeout. You would think. And they do. With 40 seconds. Yeah, you're going to miss the tape, man. It's game time, yep. So Georgia Tech, you need about 10 more yards to get into range. Again, your kicker, Aiden Burr, his longest kick ever is 51. This would be right now a 61-yarder, so you need about 10 more yards. Yeah, Will Johnson's so good. He would have easily been a first-round pick enough for the injuries. Easily a first-round pick enough for the injuries. If you like what you've accepted the like button, subscribe, make sure to join us for the next stream, which is linked above between Georgia and Tennessee. I will have the emojis in for that game once the time comes. Yeah, Will Johnson versus T-Mac, that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. No, the Premier League does not play 9 o'clock local. No. No, Premier League does not play 9 o'clock local. I think the earliest they do was like 12:30. The earliest they do was 12:30. Most of the games are 3. One of the top, 2 of the bottom. They think they give King, going to keep himself, and he will get 3. If you're Georgia Tech, will burn their final timeout. They will not. They got to go. They're taking way too much time here. They got to go. They take it with 24. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, taking it that late. Unless they think it's 4 down territory, they're going to throw on 3rd, go for it on 4th, and they don't want to give Clemson enough time to mount a drive if they go for it on 4th and don't get it. That's the only logic I can think of with that. You'll play on Eastern time, 7:30, 10, and 12:30. Not sure I got that clock manager there. Okay, so 23 minutes till the game kicks off there. So I'm going to flip the... We're going to start that stream at 3:38. All right. 3rd and 4. They actually, okay, they put time on the clock. They put time on the clock. It was a clock error. Don't worry. No dumb decision. Clock error. It was a clock error. They put time on the clock. 26 seconds. They put time on the clock. No dumb decisions. No dumb decisions. They put time on the clock. That was a clock error. One of the top, two of the bottom. 3rd and 4. King. QB draw. He will be stuffed. Loses a yard, or gets 1 yard, I should say. And Clemson will not call timeout. I get this completely. Gotta go fire drill here. Gotta go fire drill. 4th and 3. 9 seconds. Burr. Fire drill field goal. 55 yards via career long. Snap is good. Kick is up. It is. Straight enough. It's long enough. It's good. GT walks it off. Aiden Burr, sir, gives Georgia Tech the win. A career-long 55 yards. The fans storm the field. A top 25 upset. Georgia Tech wins on their home field on a walk-off field goal, 55 yards. Would have been good from 60. Aiden Burr remains perfect on the season. A career long. Previous long was 51 last year. Aiden Burr, sir, gives Georgia Tech a 3-0 start to the season. Clemson drops to 1-2. And you figure they're out of the top 25 at this point. That was your call timeout. I get why not, because of fire drill. I get it. I get it. I get why. Again, fire drill, I get why. So Clemson, you figure out of the top 25 at this point. And career long was against Virginia Tech on October 26th last year. Georgia Tech, welcome to the top 25. Yeah, they're ranked. They're 100% going to get ranked. If you secured 6-0 kickoff, let's go. Well, don't worry. The game's not starting until 3:45. Ben, you're fine. The game is going to start at 45. You got 21 minutes till kickoff. You got 21 till kickoff. You're fine. The game is not starting until 45. Whatever time it is there. What is it, 8:45 by you? The game's going to start at 8:45, not 8:30. You're fine. You're fine. You don't have to jog. You're good. The game's not starting for another 20 minutes. Georgia Tech wins 24-21. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Click that link. But why did they hold the timeouts? I mean, I get why. Fire drill field goal. I get it. I get it. Fire drill field goal compared to the, what you could get potentially. I get it. All right, I'm going to do the Georgia-Tennessee game. Click that link above to join that stream. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm going to say fact on that one, Rob. 24-21 your final. Georgia Tech pulls off the top 25 upset. See you guys in 10 minutes for an SEC rivalry between two top 25 teams. See you guys in just a little bit. 24-21 your final. Click the link above to join the Georgia-Tennessee stream.